Namaste, Vitruvians. Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Megathon, our Vitruveo Staking Megathon. I'm here with Mystique. Hey, Mystique, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you, Nick?
It's well. Let's see. It's 2 a.m. and I was busy making some chai, and that's why we're a little late. I apologize for that. But I'm still awake and active, so it'll take me a few minutes before I get into my groove. But really excited to be here again and see all our friendly faces. I see so many friendly faces. Yeah, I see Lady, I see Alfonso, I see Doc, uh, Photo, Jen, Dolores. Hey, great to see you all. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the exciting events of yesterday, and the main thing, of course, was that we made our goal. We made our 20 million staking goal, and so we got fireworks. Let me add my screen on here so we can share that with you. Here we go. There we go. All right. So we made our goal, 20 million and growing. And so one of the things that we did right away was we did a quick live sort of town hall when we hit the goal yesterday. And at the town hall, I asked Garfield if maybe we could extend the challenge, and we agreed that we could do it in 500,000 stake increments. So our next target right now is 20 million and 500,000. So we are, looks like, community's been hard. We have an amazing community. I love you all. And we are already almost 200K into it. So let's see how much damage we can do that to that number here in this session. So Mystique, what are your thoughts on yesterday?
Oh, it's just mind blowing, Nick. Having the community all come together, no matter, who you are, like from you to the OGs to the validators, everybody just, they took part, they stepped up, and yeah, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah, let's see what we got going here. We got people, let's say, wishing luck to everyone. Um, Great to be with champions. I like that. Good morning, everyone. Uh, there's a question here called how to shill. Absolutely do not shill, because the moment you shill, you guarantee you will not have any, we will not even look at your work. Same goes for any comments about I don't have a sale, or will this be my first sale, etc. I personally, I mean, other patrons might do that, but for me that's a huge turnoff, and I immediately uh, ignore that artwork, just because I just don't like it when people uh, sort of imply that I wish this could be my first sale or something like that. It's just a personal thing. I don't like it, and I don't go for it. So if you have such comments, please remember, there's a reason why I don't go to those artworks. It's all right. Legendary Bastard said, "Holy smokes, alive right now." Yeah, yeah. It's 2 a.m. We are going cruising. Let's see. People from all over the world. I see Batman with us today, laying on your desk. Yes, Batman has. I frequently put him all over the screens. I put him in different situations. Pretty much every live I do. So excited about that. Batman has been with me for a long time. Where did I get Batman? I got Batman, one of those claw things, at an arcade. So that was kind of fun. Um, are we having magic squares today? I'm not quite prepared for it, but who knows? Anything can happen. Um, and Apricot says, I loved waking up with the fireworks. Yes, I enjoyed putting those there, and I was a bit nervous that they would show up prematurely, so I double and triple checked my code and made sure it was all working, and it showed up right on cue. So that was great. Um, Josh says, "Great to be here." Yes, me too. It's Jason says 9:12 p.m. Yeah, it's a good time for you. Uh, and Vivek is here. Namaste all. And yeah, Nick, you make a sweet alarm clock. I just left the live open. Old Jug says, "Oh, thank you. I've never been called that before, but I'll take it." All right. So while we wait for the chai to kick in, um, Mystique, do you have some words of wisdom for folks about how they can get in on today's buy action? What are some of the things they need? What is at least one thing they need to be doing in order to be here?
I think the main thing, Nick, is to have the auto staking turned on, um, because it's really important that we bring the circulating supply down before we list on Wednesday. That's really, really important. But not only that, it shows commitment towards you and the project and the whole community. That's what this is all about, really, is being a community of one, and everybody just stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, the numbers are looking great. The price keeps steadily moving up. Green candles, as Mike likes to say. We've got the circulating supply way down, and it continues to go down, which is really a good mark of confidence for new investors coming in, and there's going to be a lot of them. And yeah, all the numbers are looking really, really good. And I think we can get to this next milestone here. We're at 191 here already, so that's a little over 300K to get there. I'm ready with my wallet. There's a lot of cool artworks here waiting. Let me make sure I've got the right filter on. Oh, I don't have the filter on. Let me get that on here. So NFT auto stake filter is on now, which means I will only be looking at artworks that have either at the studio level turn on auto staking, or at the individual art level have auto staking turned on. So we'll be going through those artworks. We also requested that people create stacks the other day, and I don't know if they're still creating them, but we asked for the the title of uh, the stack to have Megathon in it, so we know which we'll get to. So we'll get to stacks in a bit. Let's start with some individuals first and get going. And Apricot has a good suggestion: turn off some of the filters. So we'll do that. And yep, we got no filters going on right now. So that's good. We are seeing everything that's there. I like to turn on my pagination so I see a lot. And I also want to see individual artworks. So we'll do that. And now we've got ourselves a full deck of artworks to look at. So Apricot, I would appreciate your help as we go through. In particular today, one of the things I want to do is I want to get to some of the artists we didn't get to the other day. And actually, we have a great filter for that. We have a no sales filter. I'll select that, but just because I'm selecting it doesn't mean they're guaranteed sales, because as I've always mentioned, I am a budget buyer. I'm gonna go look for artworks in a certain price range. Usually, unless the artwork is exceptional, I kind of cap off at around 400 or 500 or so. But I'm mostly looking at valued artworks in the $200 range. But if it's exceptional, I'll pay anything for it. I don't mind. And in particular, I like to uh, find those artworks that are not another, what I don't know how to describe it, but what I would call a Me Too artwork, where after going through thousands of artworks, you start to see a pattern emerge where all the artworks start looking homogeneous. And I'm looking for differentiation, and I really like artworks that have a message, political messages in particular. And so I really like Johnny Boy's artworks. Got a really clear political message, and I would like more artists to be more bold and speak to some of the social issues of our times, the political issues of our times, and even the emotional issues of our times. I want to make sure that we don't create a culture in Web3 of just people, having similar artworks. And one of the common sort of models is essentially woman in profile, portrait, expressed in different ways, and that's fine. You can be creative with that. There's a lot of creativity, but as a patron, I'm looking for things that excite me and make me think, oh, wow, that's interesting and that's unique and that's different. I traditionally have not been much of a collector of sort of nature photographs as is, but that doesn't mean I don't have any. I also like to think of myself as a catalyst, trying to support as many artists as possible. So I'll definitely collect occasional good ones. But yeah, that's kind of where we are, and I see a lot of things here that I like from artists that we haven't collected from. So I think we can start off with them today. And as we go through this, Mystique, happy to have you share some links in our private chat. Well, actually, you know what? It would be better if you just gave me some keywords to type, and I could get to that artwork that way, because StreamYard doesn't make it very good, very easy to copy from there. But maybe I can copy it from the private chat. We'll see. All right, so that's kind of the lay of the land here. I think we can just get going and make sure my wallet is locked and loaded here. I think, yeah, I think it is. We're good. All right, so we have 25,000 VUSD locked here and loaded. So that's good. That should keep us going for a little bit. And if we need more, we'll get some more. But I think we can start with this set of artists who have had no sales. What do you think, Mistake? Is that a good place to start?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it's really important to ensure that everybody has the opportunity of making a sale. Um, and prices is really important too, is not to overprice your art, um, which you can see quite a lot of. So yeah, that's a couple of things that creators really need to take on board, is the pricing and that as well. So, but no, I think the people with no sales is a good place to start.
Yeah. Let's see. I like the colors on this one here by Care. Why? I'm not quite sure why that didn't work. So sometimes when I'm on a live and I try and collect a work, it doesn't work, and then later I find out that there's some limitation or some constraint. So then I go later and collect it. So it looks like this one is not going through. So either the problem is with my it says it's sold. So maybe I did pick it up. Yeah. Hmm, interesting. Okay. So sometimes it is a work in progress. We have UI problems. This looks interesting. So a lot of these are AI works. I constantly get questioned about, hey, do you like AI works or do you dislike them? I actually have nothing against AI works except for the fact that my bar for AI artwork is higher than manual artwork. I expect that there is something more compelling about it, not just a prompt that I can put together myself in 5 minutes. I need to see that some effort has gone into it, because AI is a tool at that point, just like any other tools that artists use. So this looks interesting. It's I don't know. Let's find out more about Starvale and see. So in previous buying blitzes, I've taken time to look at metadata more, and I like to do some of that here also. I think metadata is so important, and that is like a really important part of a platform. And if an artist hasn't taken the time to put in good metadata, then I kind of also think that why should it get my attention? If the artist didn't want to put in 15 minutes of their time into the metadata, then I should not put my time into it also. This here is a pretty decent metadata. They've got a lot of the information here. This the tags are a bit sparse, but this looks like it says mixed media. What do you think of this artwork?
I think it's lovely. I like the colors. Um, I mean, yeah, I do really like the coloring of it. It's nice and bright. It's vibrant. I also particularly like the silhouette because you've got the city in the background, and then the silhouette is in the front, and then you've got the little butterflies added to it. So it's a nice, colorful, bright, and happy piece.
I wonder if that's a fictitious skyline or some city we would know. I think it's a fictitious one because I see the same tower concept in a variety of ways. But if I'm wrong about that, if that skyline looks familiar to you, please let me know.
Well,
Um,
Vivek says, can we make a live for only for no sales works that would really help many?
who says that?
Vivek.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing right now, but I don't know that I can do it exclusively because there aren't enough to choose from. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest problems I find with no sales, people need to recognize that they can't jump into it immediately with artworks priced at an extremely high level. You gotta like ease yourself into it, and so I can't. A lot of the artworks are priced pretty high for me. Whenever I'm talking about this, I talk about me, not in general, and so I can't get those. So again, same things, same rules apply. Either they are priced too high, or they haven't worked on their metadata, or they are another sort of me too artwork, and you'll find it's a signal to you from the market. You should take that into account. If you don't have sales for a long time, it means you're going against the flow. You've got to figure out what it is you're doing that is against the flow, and fix that. Now keep in mind that we are a platform where we tell artists very clearly, you don't need to do marketing, and we'll do the marketing for you. We are not there yet. We are getting there as we introduce the next license, the print license, the stream license, etc. So we'll start seeing the power of numbers work in your favor at that point. But until then, we've still got the single digital collectible license, and that's changing very rapidly. We're going to get there. But until then, you know, we still have the same rules. It is you are in a market. You're not solo, and it's a very crowded market. Everyone is competing for uh, a limited attention span and a limited amount of capital dollars that are available. And if you cannot be competitive, if you hold your ground on, hey, here's how I value my artwork, and this is it, that's a perfectly legitimate stance to take. But then you cannot also complain that, hey, I'm not getting any sales. You got to choose either or. You are in a market, and markets have rules, markets have behaviors, markets have customers, and you can't take a certain stance and expect that the market is gonna bend to your needs or wants. It is a market, it is capitalism, and it works a certain way. So if you are in this search results and have had no sales, go look at comparable artworks of artists that have had sales, and look at what you could be doing differently. More than likely, it's got to be price, because if you're an unknown artist and you're coming in with artworks priced at $500, even $250, etc., like this one here, in a sense, for this artist, I think is slightly overpriced, but I'm going to go with it anyway. um, but that's just, again, my thinking, and your mileage might vary depending on who the patron is. uh, but I have certain likes and certain dislikes, and well, I don't call it dislikes, it's more filters, if you will. I think filters is a better term to express it. But here we go. Starvale gets a sale. Congratulations to you, Starvale, and there's confetti for you. Woohoo! All right, so it's great. So I like their work here. Very colorful, very nice, and I'll probably revisit it at some point. So right now, let's keep going on this one here.
I
Uh,
think what I have noticed, Nick, is over the last few months, is that creators are starting to change their look with regards to the longevity of our blockchain. And I think they're starting to realize how completely different we are to the marketplaces, which they are more commonly known. You know, the open seas, the Tezos, the things like that. And I think they're starting to realize how important it is that we've completely done a U-turn on this, and they're actually coming, towards this now and realizing that, yes, okay, I need to look at this for a longer term, which is nice to see.
yep. Yeah, and I definitely welcome new artists here. And um, I recognize that we don't have everything built out yet. We don't have all the multiple licenses, but I speak honestly and very candidly here, and I'll tell you, it pains me. It pains me when I see um, an artist who's just consigned their work, and the first thing they do is they go and sort of post about the price of it, etc. Kind of like they're shilling it on other marketplaces. That really pains me because I take that as a personal failure, that we've failed the artists if the behavior that continues is I just posted an artwork, here's my ad for it with the price and all that. What I would prefer is if uh, and again, I'm thinking more of the vision of this platform. What I would prefer is if an artist consign their work, they would post it, they would ignore the price and all of those things, because frankly I want that to be irrelevant in the minds of artists, because we are talking about long-term income, and really talk about the genesis of the artwork, what inspired them, how it came, and give all those kind of comments. And they've just entered all that information in metadata. It is so perfect to be able to take that and post it and start a dialogue about their artwork. But I see most artists immediately after they consign their work do the same thing, is post an advertisement for that, and wanting to get a sale. And I think it'll take a long time for the mental model to change, where we really have no customers on X, for example. Your customers are really not there. That's the target audience of patrons we are targeting, is ones who are really not spending the time on X, because that's the same Web3 buyers. And if you think about it, you're not getting any sales on other platforms. It's the same audience, the same collectors. It doesn't make any sense to be doing that. And it would be so exciting if more artists would post their work, celebrate their work, and other artists would engage with that on the basis of the work alone, and just forget for a moment that there's commerce involved there. Forget pricing, things like that. And so, like I said, I take it as a personal failure every time I see an artist consign their work and then immediately post the price and a link to it. I would love to have them celebrate that, hey, I've created and consigned this artwork, and here's what it's about, here's why I created it, here's the gist of it, here's the theme of it, etc. There's so many dimensions how I created it. And we have um, a section for BTS videos. And in fact, it's not yet fully baked, but there's a checkbox here called has BTS. And I'll tell you, when I'm not, I frequently just check that. I just look for artists that have BTS videos, etc., posted, because those are interesting to people. So I filter artworks frequently by if they're taken the time to post a BTS video. What we are building with this platform is giving artists the tools to really express themselves and give an in-depth look at the artwork, and focus less on sort of the price and the editions and all of that. Those are really irrelevant. We want the art to be the focus, because we're going to introduce more licenses, and we want to have this compound interest capability, where every artwork you add becomes a body of artwork that is then licensable across many different licenses over the whole life of the artist. So that's the model we are building. So if we still have this mindset of one and done, I consign an artwork. Here's the price. I want to get a sale on it. I want to get a sale on it. Then you may or may not get it. In fact, there's a good chance you won't, because we're still working on the different licenses and building our audience and building out the platform. You know, um, Artists will come at it kind of disappointed, thinking, "Oh, this is another marketplace and it's the same thing." But that means you haven't really understood what we're trying to do here. You haven't understood how we're approaching uh, a model that has already proven to be a failure. We know that Web3 art, using the mint, uh, shill and pray, as I call it, is already a failure. We've seen that, and we see evidence of that every single day. Why repeat something that has not worked? I think it was Einstein who said, repeating the same thing and expecting different results is the definition of stupidity. And we are not stupid. We are smart people, and we want to create something that's unique and different. And so I encourage artists to not think about exhibit as a platform similar to the marketplaces you've encountered. You need to consign your work, and you need to focus on the metadata, and you need to focus on technique. You need to focus on telling a story about yourself through your art, because it's the whole body of your work that you need to think of on the exhibit, not as individual art pieces. I like it. I love it when I go to see a creator's uh, profile and I see artworks that have I can just by the style say, okay, yeah, this is this artwork, this artist, and they have a certain technique, they have a certain style. It's very distinct, and I know that they they did some work to come up with that unique style or whatever. So if your artwork does not immediately stand out in a group of other artworks of similar types, then you need to do some more work on it, would be my advice. So yeah. Any sometimes I say things which I don't know, some artists get offended by or whatever, but I'm just trying to wake artists up to the realities of the marketplace. You want to make money? Yes, we want to help you make money, but we don't want to help you make money on one art sale. That doesn't help you. That doesn't help anybody. We want to make sure that you have recurring income. And so these are some of the things that you ought to do. So Mystique, what do you think about some of the comments I made?
I think honesty is the best policy. It always has been with me. And yeah, no, I resonate with exactly what you're saying. In the past, it has been, you mint your work, you shill it, and you add prices onto it, and you bombard the Twitter with all the underneath there's so many comments you can possibly post on to try and get your work out there. But that's in the past now, and it's no longer working. So creators and artists really need to think, okay, so this is no longer working. What do I need to do now? And this is where Vitruveo comes in, because we are the next best thing that is out there. We are better than the past. We are now the future. And for me, that is, yeah, that just makes everything so wonderful. It really does. But Apricot Bottle Blossom says, I sometimes do shill my Vitruveo art under collector's posts, but without the price. The reason I do this is I hope to get more eyes on Vitruveo.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's great. That's work we have to do. We are perfectly aware that we need to get a whole group of new patrons here, but we don't want to do it prematurely. I don't think we are ready for it yet. So what I want is for us to have our base, at least our second license type done, which we are working on right now, which will be the print license, and then we want to onboard more patrons, because that's our job. That's what we've committed to you. And then what we'll do is we'll unleash things like Google Ads. The whole exhibit site is set up to use Google Webmaster Tools, which includes a sitemap. So all your artworks get fed into Google, and that's why I keep emphasizing again and again. If you don't spend 15 to 20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes on your metadata, you're doing yourself a disservice. Just imagine how much time you spend on X, on spaces, on waiting, etc. That is not productive use of your time. But if you were to think about how can I make the most productive use of my time, it could be using ChatGPT and other tools to take your artwork and come up with the very best search engine optimized description, title, content for your metadata, etc. If English is not your first language, it's even more important that you use the AI tools to come up with beautiful descriptions, etc., and spend time on it. Finesse it. You spend all this time on creating a great artwork, and then you package it in a minute or two. That is definitely not the way to get people excited about your artwork. Because remember, and I know a lot of artists, I've heard this again and again, my art speaks for itself. Well, the problem is your art is speaking for itself in an arena where there are thousands of voices. It's not going to be heard. Once you get to an upper echelon as an artist where it's so unique that you say your name and everyone just knows, that's great. Your art will speak for itself. But until then, you got to give it a little bit of a push, and metadata is that. So if you use AI tools, and they're very simple, it's like describe your artwork, pour your heart into it, and say, here's what I was thinking, and let the AI, and specifically use the term, what search engine optimized description would I use? What keywords should I use to describe this? And it's gonna take all its knowledge, all its input, and give you information that's really on point. So I wouldn't try to invent this. You're reinventing the wheel if you're just trying to think through. And not everyone's a wordsmith, right? Not everyone likes to write. So use the tools available. AI is super simple, and you can really get some good descriptions here, a good narrative. I love it when the description here tells a story. Like this description, for example, would be more suitable for what we would call a sort of a caption that is for the screen readers, etc. So if you are visually impaired, this kind of this kind of description is useful, but it doesn't do anything about expressing the feelings behind the artwork, etc. Just describing what is in the artwork is not helpful, because that's obvious, right? It's obvious what's in the artwork. We're looking at it, it's visual. But your description should talk more about it. Think about when you go to a museum and you look at the cards there. Do they just describe, here's, like, think about it, like, does the Mona Lisa card say a painting of a woman who's got a slight smile on her lips? No, it talks about Da Vinci, his feelings, and what was the story behind it. You gotta tell a story, and that makes it intriguing and interesting. And even more so as we start getting this into search engines, etc., people will type keywords and they want to read. Before they even see your artwork, they're going to see that title. That title needs to be very, very important. Like this title here, The Path. Okay, it could be good, but it doesn't grab me, right? It doesn't make me think, oh, I wonder what The Path is about, right? You got to put some thought into it. You got to really, really put some thought into it. And and then when it comes to the taxonomy, be generous with, but don't overdo, don't saturate your artwork with like 5,000 tags and all of that. Make sure your tags are relevant, because otherwise, um, you know uh, what you think is, if I put more tags, my artwork will be easier to be found. In fact, the converse is true, is it'll get lost in the sea. So have unique tags that truly describe what your artwork is about. And make this, we've taken great pains to use the same metadata system that is used by top museums in the world, like the Louvre, etc. And it's called linked art, and we've created that standard so that in the future we can interact and bring in, entire collections of works from museums, etc. And your artwork will then conform to those standards. So I imagine a day when your artwork, because it's already standards based, is also easily available for others to include in their collections and things like that to show. So all of that is lost if you don't take the time to really make sure that everything's accurate. Now, I realize that people have a complaint. I'm sorry, I'm talking a little bit more than buying, but I think it's a good opportunity to kind of, you know, um, uh, give some insights here. I recognize that we don't have editing yet, and that's deliberate because it's not a high priority for us to focus on finessing features. Our goal is to first build the whole foundation out, and really, you know, uh, uh, Doc and Pam, etc., who are frontline support, tell me that that's the number one feature that artists ask for, and I'm pretty adamant about not wasting developer resources on adding that feature. Why? Because I look at it as like, okay, we all know that this is intended for the blockchain. We all know it's immutable. We know it's permanent. So why not take time upfront to maybe have the metadata, etc., in a separate document, maybe Google Doc or something. Look at it, sit on it, let it maybe sleep on it a little bit, make sure it's accurate, and then when you're ready and you feel comfortable, copy paste it and put it in here and do it once and get it done and know that it's accurate. When you apply for, I don't know, things like a driver's license or a passport or something, you don't get to keep going back and editing things. It's the same way. You got to treat the blockchain with respect and know that this is not just an ordinary database where you can just delete and edit things. When you make a commit, when you save your consignment, it needs to be a deliberate, thoughtful action. I've thought about this. Everything is good. I've checked it a million times. I've looked at the preview, etc., and I'm sure of it. And this is the reason why, even though people want the edit feature, I'm not too keen on, because it costs money. The important thing to remember is all engineering features cost money. We have limited amounts of it, and I would rather that artists spend more time focusing on making sure it's accurate before they hit the publish or the save button, because that's an easy thing to do, and we have that all the time in life. Let's say we make airline reservations. We don't get to go back and edit. Well, we do, but it costs you money, right? It's the same way, right? We are very careful that we select the right dates, we select the right destinations, all of that, and occasionally someone will make a mistake, and that's okay, you know. But it should be really rare that you make a mistake. You should treat this as very deliberate. I'm making a commitment to a blockchain. It's perpetual, it's immutable. And so we could easily have an edit feature. But remember, your old mistake that you made is still on the blockchain. It just, you have a new version of it that's there. So any errors that are made don't go away. So I would encourage people to think very carefully. Of course, we are humans, we will make mistakes, but it should be a rare exception. Maybe 1 in 100 of your consignments should need editing, of any kind. So, Mystique, any comments on that?
Yeah, AJ says, wow, just great, Nick. You are taking away the fears of most artists with your ideas.
I appreciate that. Uh,
Horcrux says, is it okay to use AI tools for descriptions? Definitely. ChatGPT is, yeah,
it's your
it's
friend.
great.
It's like having the world's best and most knowledgeable person who can write for you and give you guidance on that, and not using that. Why not? Why wouldn't you? You know. So, uh, let's see. All right. All right. Yeah, there we go. So we got another sale here. I'm sorry I've been talking much. Maybe that's how I am when I've just woken up. I need to get into my groove, and I'm not blitzing through. But we got some time here, and I want to also, haven't talked about our platform and our capabilities in a while. And so I think this is a good time to showcase that. Right now, the team is putting the finishing touches on stores. So this is going to light up here this week, any day now, perhaps as early as tomorrow. It's already available in QA. So if you go to search.vitru.dev, this is our QA. So we are building in public. What I mean by that is, you are free to go see our QA as we are doing it, and these are all in test here. So ignore all these artworks. If one of them happens to be yours, we're just using it in private for QA. It's nothing bad comes out of it. It's just we need realistic artworks to test with. But you see, we are creating a store's landing page here. Looks like the developers went crazy creating stores about freedom and revolutions, independency store, classic battles, etc. Yeah, but you can see here, these are individual stores, and you'll be able to create an individual store. Maybe if you want to create one of just your artwork, you can do that also. So it takes about 15 minutes to maybe 10 minutes actually to create a store, and then you get your own URL. It'll be whatever name you want, .exhibit.live. So and you can choose to have a markup that's not revealed in anywhere. So the prices that show up in stores include the markup, so patrons don't see the differentiation. Now, personally, I would love to highlight the difference, but I know that that is not something that galleries would love. So for now, we're going to go with the centralized approach of not breaking down the markup when it comes to the stores feature. But yeah, we're excited about this. This should be coming out here in the next couple of days. Like I said, we're almost there. So that's in QA right now. All right. So getting back to here, we are. Let's see. We just did a couple of artworks. I think what I'll do is I'll blitz through a few of these here. And do I have my filter selected yet? Grouped, no sales. Okay. Uh, Now, one of the things that I also have to be cognizant of that some of them, these artworks could be no sales because they've been flagged, uh, so by the moderators have not yet been approved. So it looks like we've reached sort of our limit on this. So let's go back to ungrouped all. We'll do our pagination of 200 and start picking up some artworks here before we go into um, some of the curated stacks. So I'm going to scroll through here, Mystique, and as you see anything, especially from an artist that I haven't, I may have collected from, or they may have sales, but I may not have frequented quite a bit. Let me know, and we'll stop and we'll look into that one. Okay.
Okay. I like nature, and I really love nature a lot.
I like nature too. Uh,
I think growing up in Africa was a huge influence on my life. We got to spend a lot of time out in the wilderness amongst nature and the wildlife, just so open, roaming free. It was beautiful.
yeah. Now, Sea and Nymphs has a large number of artworks. I've collected quite a few of them. I like their style. It's unique and interesting. But I wanna start with oh yeah, here we go. So here they are with another one. So it's such a variety of things. Now this is an interesting animation there. No ID has this series of patterns here. Very interesting. Uh, I like this color palette here. This represents the feeling of being overwhelmed by ADHD, where the mind is flooded with tasks and distractions. The chaotic circles in dark, heavy colors symbolize the mental clutter that leads to a complete shutdown and emotional overwhelm. So now let me tell you my thought process, okay? I saw this, I'm like, okay, the colors look interesting. I clicked here, and you know what? I read this metadata, the description, and I'm sold. I was not sure that I would go deeper, But here we go. This grabbed my attention. It's the right size. It's got, two sentences. It's not a book. Some people write a whole book there. Not ideal. We've got a long description space. You should put that there. But this description was on point. It grabs me, and I can say, okay, I can relate to that. That's interesting. There's a connection between these abstract circles and something the artist is going through, and I'm sold. And I usually make my decisions in the first 10 seconds, and usually my decisions don't change too much. And here I love this, and it's again, I was sold by the metadata. The artwork grabbed my attention, yes, but the metadata sold me. I think for some reason it's not going through right away. I don't know why. It might be my browser. On the ones that are failing for whatever reason, I will keep coming back to them later after um, the live, and make that. There's no issue here. Let me just try it one more time. I did get the other one, so this one seems to have a problem. So we'll keep it there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin some of these artworks that for whatever reason I cannot get live, so that later when I'm meeting with the developers, we can go through them and try and figure out what is going on with them and why. I didn't have a problem the other day. I was blitzing through hundreds of artworks and didn't have an issue here. Feel free to suggest any links, Mystique. I'll be happy to go look at them and grab them.
Well, Michael says, is it possible to have special artwork that only appears in stores but not on exhibit? Because I think the galleries wouldn't want people to circumvent the stores and go buy direct from exhibit.
Yeah, that's phase two. Phase one is just about creating a filtered set. Phase two is about inviting artists to join your store. And when that happens, you essentially get to choose at the point of joining whether you're exclusive or non-exclusive. If you choose exclusive, then your artwork cannot appear anywhere else except for that store. So that's phase two coming up. So phase one is targeting mostly, if you will, groups, collectives, individuals. I have spent a lot of time, really the latter half, not the latter half, let's say Q4 of 2024. I just spent talking to galleries. I talked to so many galleries in Dubai, in Bombay, in Goa, and got all their wants and needs and must-haves kind of. And we are building that into phase two. So in phase two, you can set up a store, and then there's a whole workflow of inviting an artist. The artist will then accept the invitation. It'll be exclusive or non-exclusive. They will agree to the markup terms, etc. So there's a whole lot of that that's coming. But yes, we absolutely, like I said, well, I didn't say that, but most of the features you see here are not something that you just make up and say, hey, let's just make this feature up. You can bet that almost every feature here has come through deliberate conversations with hundreds, if not more, artists, whoever the audience is. So I spend a lot of time talking to people and listening and understanding what they want. And we also spend a lot of time looking at other platforms and say, that is probably not right. We should not do that. And we change things around for that reason. So yeah. So I like Skyo's work. I've collected it before, and happy to collect it here again today. So life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Yeah, one of the things that you should also do is, uh, use something like Google Doc to test out your artwork. What I mean is, put a picture of your artwork into a Google Doc, put the title, put the description, and put sort of your keywords, etc., and then shop it. Shopping in sort of most industries means going and showing it to your friends, your peers, etc., and saying, hey, I want to post this, I want to consign this artwork. What do you think? What do you think of the artwork? What do you think of my description, etc.? And they can immediately go into Google suggesting mode. So in Google Docs, there's a suggest mode, and they can suggest edits on your description, on your, they can ask comments, they can put comments in there, etc. So if you were truly thinking of marketing your art, you want to make your art really, really attractive to a large audience, you got to put in the time to do all that. But most artists stop at the artwork's done, and don't put any time into that. But that's what I would do. If I was going to have an artwork that I was going to consign to any platform, it doesn't matter. I would think deeply about the quality of it, because remember, your whole presentation of your metadata, everything reflects is about quality. It reflects on you. So quality control is important. You would want to show at least a few people that you know and trust. Here's the artwork. Here's the title and description I want to put. Here's the keywords I want to put. What do you think? And that gives you a good pulse way before you hit the market, because it's too late once you've hit the marketplace. At that point, uh, you know you're already out, but you don't have a chance to change or refine anything. But if you get that feedback before you go and consign it, you now can do it confidently, knowing that things are accurate, things are good, and your artwork is positioned in the most attractive way possible for it. So, all right, we got a sale here going. That's good. Congratulations to uh, Sky O.
H.
And
Riviera says, will the artists have a way to see if one of their artworks was assigned to a store, even if not notified by the store owner?
yeah, we'll provide tools for that. Remember our focus. I see people ask for features all the time, but we want to make sure that all the basic functionality of the platform is there before we start diving into deeper features. That's a feature that is going to be more appropriate for phase two, because remember, a store is just a filter. It's in phase one, a store is just a filter. So we go through, let's say you go through the filters here and you pick a few things, and then you get a result set. So a store beca- has that filter set built in. So it's hidden, it's behind the scenes, and any other filters are on top of that. So you can think of as a top level filter. So it's not possible to really uh, notify artists that your artwork was in a store with phase one, but with phase two, when you're invited, etc., it's fine. We'll be able to do that. Now think about why a store exists. The store exists because we want to build a marketing machine for you. We want to make it possible for influencers, for bloggers, people who make videos, people who have any kind of content centric websites, to be able to make money by selling your artwork. We want them to act as affiliates, essentially. So they're resellers of your artwork, right? We are creating this marketing machine. So it would not be possible, nor would it be prudent for us to notify you every time someone created a store and your artwork happened to be a subset of the results. That would be pretty much impossible to do, because a filter can capture so many thousands of artworks all at once. So in that model, no. But when someone does an invitation model, you're obviously opting in into their store as an exclusive or non-exclusive. So then you would know. But in phase one, where a store is a curation, if you will, at if you take the concept of a stack to its extreme, that's a store. You've filtered a bunch of artworks and you've given it a unique name and logo, and now you are marketing the artwork on behalf of the artist. That's why I keep emphasizing that we are creating a platform where the artist does not have to do any marketing. We want other people to do marketing for you, and the only reason they're going to do it is because they make money. So that's the Amazon affiliate model. That's the affiliate model used by all big companies online here. They make it possible for people to easily create a virtual store and make some money by selling other people's products. And that's exactly what we're doing with stores, is making it possible for anyone to come and create a virtual store and market your artwork. It is practically impossible for us to do it at phase one level, but phase two, when we have the invitation level, you'll certainly get notified. This is an interesting artwork here. It makes me think, uh, storyteller, writer, letter, passion in words. So the description is not that good, but the artwork itself is a little interesting. It has, an old school typewriter there, and of course the nudity there. It's a bit high, but like I said, I don't mind occasionally going outside my comfort zone. um, so let's grab this one here also. And Mystique, as you do see some of the interesting comments, please do let me know, because
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
uh,
Graffiti Cinema says, "Hi Nick, just FYI, it isn't currently possible to buy any art via mobile phone, at least not with Android. Tried Samsung 20 and 22, mobile UI needs to be fixed."
No, we are well aware of that. We have started off with Web3 because it's a low hanging fruit, and when we get to the credit card stage, we'll focus on mobile. It's not a priority for us right now, because uh, as it is, the whole crypto experience sucks on mobile anyway, and especially doing using the web browsers or wallet, which are terrible, sucks. So we'll be getting to the web 2 phase when it's credit card oriented, etc., where it will work beautifully. So if something appears not to work very well, just know that it's probably because we don't think it's a high priority right now. Remember, we are focused on MVP, minimum viable product. That's our core focus. We want to get the base features that are really important for us to have in place done, and then we'll get on to the other features. But for mobile, it's important that we create an experience where it's truly seamless, because for example, at exhibitions, at galleries, etc., we want people to be able to scan a QR code and immediately buy with Apple Pay or Google Pay or something like that. And we don't think, we are not targeting rather, that crypto purchases are going to be a big deal there. That's not where the volume is going to come from. So we're going to wait until we've got some of this other core features done, and then we'll be adding the credit card feature here shortly, and then you will see a much more different mobile experience. Um,
Jubinga Samuel says, "Nick, later in future, will there be any chance you invite best sales artists over for vacation? My thought, but it will be really nice to meet you one on one."
well, we can take that a little further. I would like to have scholarships for artists, where when we do an exhibition, we will help them. We will, first of all, I make it a point that when we do exhibitions, we'll do it in countries where it is not impossibly difficult to get a visa. So and we'll have scholarships where we can get artists featured in the exhibition to come to that exhibition, etc. So in the sense, that would be the vacation concept. Yeah. So I'm seeing the style of artworks here, as you're also seeing from CN Nymphs, with these squares and this minimalist thing. I like minimalism a lot, and this particular one um, draws my attention here. Uh, let's see what this is all about here. I've collected a few of their artworks, um, and this is AI work mostly, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But what do you think? Is this more manual, or do you think it's more AI?
I think it could be like on a Procreate, Nick,
Mhm.
not necessarily all AI. Some part I think might be AI, but I wouldn't say it would be all AI.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Because I mean, that would
Um,
be quite easy to replicate in Procreate.
yeah. I kind of like it, even though it's priced a little high. I'm gonna grab it because it's just got an interesting set of colors, and you know, I don't know. I just kind of like it. Um, all right. Do you have any you'd like me to take a look at?
I sent two
Oh, okay.
links for
Let
you
me see
in
if I
private
can
chat.
get to that.
Apricot says, love the idea of scholarships.
Yeah, I have a ton of ideas like that brewing in my head every time I talk to an artist, um, or a group of artists at any event. I make mental notes and come up with ideas. So we're gonna get there, and working with the team on planning out Florence. We've got some interesting things going on there. Burnish, wow, love her work. Had a chance to meet with her in person here in the Bay Area, and this is exceptional. This is a no-brainer for me. So thank you for suggesting that.
Yeah,
Get
that
that?
one stood out. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Vivek says scholarships would be great. Finally, my dream of seeing my works outside India exhibited come true, and a meeting with you.
Yeah, what I would like to do is, when we do an exhibition on RL event, I'd like to have scholarships, like to have the artists come, and let's say the exhibition is a month or a week or whatever. Have a subset of artists present every day, and we arrange for people to come and listen to the artists talk about their work. And I know some artists are not comfortable like presenting, etc., and that's fine. So we we would provide ways in which other people could maybe say, okay, we're going to explore these three artists today, and talk about their work, etc. So I want to do things like that. All right, and let's look at the next one you proposed here. Oh yeah, no idea. I just picked up one of his works earlier, but this one's quite exquisite. Like it.
Yeah, I just love the clean lines to it. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the figure right in the background.
Darren. Confetti. Woohoo. All right. Ooh, let's go. I love I love V's work. Always great. Um, a young woman sits at a time-worn table under the gathering hush of evening, her back turned in her grace as she awaits the arrival of her beloved. I like this one. I'm gonna pick it up. So it's now 3 a.m. for me. What I just realized is it's much more difficult if you go to bed and try and wake up. That doesn't work for me. If I just stay up, I'm fine. I can keep going. Um, but going to bed and then waking up is not cool. So I saw some of these artworks in curations the other day, so they already look familiar to me. Uh, this one's interesting. So now, here we go. Standing on the Rock of Ages, my faith is strengthened. Rock of Ages. Woohoo. I have found peace, love, pure as a dove, a good sign. Now my status is changing. There's no more declining. Now, see, this is the kind of stuff that it's really well written. You got to be careful though of your grammar also, and this is why I say use AI to clean up your punctuation and grammar, because this is the stuff that goes on big screens at an exhibition. Your metadata is going to go on a card perhaps, so you got to think about it that way and make sure that you take the time to fix things and make sure everything is correct in there. I like this artwork. I'm going to pick it up. I know grammar is not something that most artists care about, or punctuation or spelling you even, but you got to pay attention to the fact that your artwork is going to be showcased at some point, in some exhibition or something like that, and you want it to be the best representation of yourself. All right. This looks interesting, very colorful. Kali Arts, a man behind an African mask, African style. I'm not quite sure I get that. Let's dive into it a bit more. Yeah, it's. What do you make of this, Misty?
Not my cup of tea, if I'm being honest, but I do like the colors.
Yeah, the colors are what drew me, and honestly, I would have been sold on this if I had better in context and information. But there isn't much metadata here, so I'll pass on it for now. I do read, and I love this one. Whoa, I like this one. What do you think of this one?
Yes, I like that one.
Inspired by a poem called Collide. There was lights when I saw myself out of my head in the center of the darkness. I met myself in shadows, then in the collide. Uh, okay, I get the gist of it. I understand that English is probably not their first language, which is fine, but I get the gist of it. But I really like this artwork, so I'm going to grab it. Like I said, I make exceptions on my budget based on certain things. All right, let's keep going here.
The last link that I sent you, Nick, I'm not sure if that is from the same artist as that one that we just passed on, but this one I really like more than that mask one.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen their work. Really nice. Love it. Okay, let's get it. Good suggestion. And a couple more of these, and then we'll switch our gears to the curations, because I find the curations to be very, very interesting and very exciting. Where
well, Janelle says that is so true. I prefer not to sleep because I wake up so grumpy.
Yeah. All right, it's the same artist, but there's no rule against that. But I like it.
Yeah,
this is very
this
colorful.
one kind of stood out more than the previous one from the same artist.
Yeah, let's grab that. And you know what? I like this color set. I'm gonna actually go back and grab the other one that I passed on also. I've been thinking about it while I've been doing this. I'm gonna grab it. All right, so that's that. And I saw that mermaid there. That looks interesting. I want to see what's going on there. That's a little unique and different and interesting.
Well, Arnold says
It's just fun.
shy.
This is interesting.
And a round of magic squares will help keep you awake.
No, magic squares is a lot of work, guys. Do you realize or notice that each round of magic squares represents around 30 to 45 minutes of prep time for me before the show? I have to create the form, I have to get the links updated, I have to make sure the winner spreadsheet is cleared out. It's not easy. This is interesting. I really like the concept. And clearly, it's AI. I would have loved to grab this, but it's slightly ruined at that frame where you can still see her legs. So I love this concept, but I wanted it to be better executed. So pass on that one there. um I think we picked up a star whale earlier here. I see some more of Burnish's work, and there's that no idea. I need to hit reload to have the red dot appear here. So Old Jug has some aliens there. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and group here a little bit because I see that there's a few artists with a lot of works, and you'll be scrolling through. So maybe we'll watch grouped so we can get a taste of the style and then dive more into it. This is interesting style here. I haven't seen this one before. Oh, this so it's like claymation. So I'm interested in learning more about this artist. I haven't seen their work before. So let's for my daughter's birthday, I created an Elsa sculpture to make the celebration even more magical, inspired by her favorite character from Frozen. All right. I want to learn a little bit more about this artist. I graduated from the Academy of Fine Arts in Florence with a degree in sculpture. Ah, okay. This is an Iranian artist, and Florence. We're going to be there. Okay, so this is a sculpture. Interesting works.
I like the bust.
Which one? Sorry, which one do you like?
The one with just the bust.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, it's a paper mache one. Okay. Nice. All right. Let's pick it up.
Working with paper mache is just so nice. Honestly, the textures in that you can get from it is incredible.
All right. Let's keep going, and I want to discover some new artists here once I haven't supported before. Da, 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 da. I'm familiar with most of these artists. Collected their work at some point. Ah. All right. So what I found is if I scroll through and look through these, I don't find it takes a while for me to find really things that captivate my interest. But then the curations, I go through them and bang right away. They because they've already been filtered, right? So let me pick one up here, and then I'm gonna switch to curation. So these are collages. I love collages. I have a I just love them. Which one of these captures your attention, Mystique?
The one right at the bottom with the dark red.
With the dark red?
Yeah,
This
that one.
See, I'm trying to think of this one of these David ones. That's interesting also. Any
The
of
one
those?
with the goggles on.
Yeah, I was thinking of that one also. It's kind of weird, right? It's a weird context to put AR glasses on that. So it's interesting. So this is Igor from Serbia. I don't believe I've collected his work before. So here we go. All right, let's switch it up and go to some stacks now. And yeah, the surface area of artworks greatly increases when I get into stacks here. So what do you recommend here? Anything? Any stack that gets your
Yes,
attention?
I have one already. I had been looking at them before we started. I've
Okay.
just sent the link through to you. Yeah, this one, I just love black and white. It's just so crisp and so clean.
I
And
like
you've
black
already
and white
got
also.
one of the pieces from it. So
Great.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That is nice. Wow. It's a good set. Yeah. Oh, look, the a couple that I collected the other day are in here. Um, I am drawn to a couple in this curation. I like this one here. I like the lines. I like the look of this Metropolitan Access Station Metro Style Art Nouveau by Marvin. All right. And let's go get that. And then the other one I liked is the Mrs. Invisible, the lines. This is unique and
Yes, that
interesting.
was one of my favorites.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab that. It's good. Um, I think that'll be it for this curation. I need to clean up my windows a little bit. Got too many tabs open. Um, see, I think we are here with stacks. So let me close here. Confetti and more confetti. And we are just looking at that one. Yes, confetti. And boom, boom. Wow, another one there. So I think I'm coming up on 2,000 artworks on Vitruveo in my collection. So maybe we can go for that limit here. More confetti here. I should go and do a check real quick on where we are. So let me do that. And I was just looking at my uh, collection the other day, and I really like where it's headed. And I mentioned on the other stream that I want to do an exhibition in Dubai. So I reached out to the Foundry Gallery. Don't have a response from them yet, but trying to get a date and seeing how quickly I can head out to Dubai and do an exhibition of the artworks here in my collection. So, but I think I also mentioned that I need to talk to the devs a little bit because uh, it's reached the point where it's breaking. So need to fix that. Connect account. It's connected. Come on, come on. Maybe I can look at it in Explorer. My browser has been acting up the past few days, and I need to reinstall it or something because yeah, nothing's loading here. Oh wow, it just logged me out for some reason. Uh, okay, there, that was a problem. My artworks are not showing up. They should show up now. Okay, there we go. There's the ones we purchased there. So yeah, let's do a quick spot check on it. You know what? I see the problem here. For some reason, MetaMask is disconnecting. Yeah, there we go. It did the same thing a second ago. I just logged in and it disconnected. So that's the problem. I don't know why it's doing that. That's a weird problem. So when this happens, I find that the only thing that works is to disable MetaMask, re-enable it, and the latest version that I have seems to be buggy quite a bit. So I might just switch to Trust and use that more often. Okay. Now are you going to load? Okay, hope it doesn't crash again. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's loading page 2. All right, so let's look at, I think I was on 60 pages. So see this counter here, it's going up as it's loading more pages. So, or maybe it was 50. Oh, well, no, it looks like it's more. 61. So what is 61 times 24? 61 times 24 is 1464. Okay, so got a ways to go to get to 2000 here. So, but my first stop will be 1500. So we'll get going on that. These are some nice shots here. Let's take a look at this curation. Interesting works. So I see some artists and some curators, curating some very, very high priced artworks, etc. But I'm trying to have fairness in pricing here. So this is outside my budget. So I'm going to pass on that one. Let's look at another one. Need to go beyond page 1 here. So we'll do that. Well, let's actually move up. So we'll start at page 5 and see what we got. These are, here we go. So these are some earlier ones. This one looks interesting. Let me see if there's any more on this page that capture my attention. Here's Pam's curation, Love the Rain. I think I looked at it the other day and picked up a few from there already. So that's nice. Neon. I like neon. Let's go look at neon. What do we got here? Wow. Very interesting. Art Addict. So I'm presuming these are all a combination of AI and post-processing there. Interesting works, but
do you like the daisy, the animated daisy?
Yeah, I do like that. It is nice. And it's black. That's unique. All right, let's pick that up. I want to spread the love also, so I try to, in these sessions, limit to like at the most like two purchases from a single artist. But I think I got one earlier, so this would be it. See, that did not work. Let's see why. Okay, so we'll pin that and come back to it. I'll have to look at it later. Okay, so that's that stack. Let's look at some other stacks here. Heavens. Oh, let's look at Rainbow's stack. So Rainbow is a youth artist. Had a chance to meet with her and her mom on several occasions at some exhibitions, and they were also here in the Bay Area. So I had a chance to meet with them. So like that. Ooh, I like this one. Heavens Production. So I picked up a few of his works the other day. This one is really nice. What do you think of this one? Mystique? You still there?
I'm talking to myself, not realizing that I'm muted. Yes, no, I like this one. I love the colors, the blue, and then it's like the burnt amber sort
Yeah,
of tone to it. It would just work so well.
I like that. I hope my wallet's not broken. Um, yeah, it looks okay. All right, I see you posted one more. Oh, there we go. That work. It's still working. Okay, so let me go look at that. Is that a stack?
It is, but it's a bit on the pricey side.
All right.
I think there's one that is not too bad.
Let's take a look at it and see. Yeah. Um, I have collected from both these artists quite a bit. Doc, of course, I'm a frequent supporter, etc. And like I said, I want to spread the love a little bit, so I'll pass on these for the moment. Nothing about the artworks. It's just like I said, I want to spread the love as much as possible. So, all right. So we collected one from there, and okay, let's go up a page here. So we'll go to page 4 and see what we got here. Uh, yeah, the slideshow, etc., are great. Obviously, they serve a purpose, but when going through these sessions, it's better to have a grid. Can get to things very quickly that way. I like this here. This looks interesting. I thought the curation had 4. Okay, so this is about a floral mood. Um, I want to check out this artist. So one of the things I do also is use stacks as a way to discover artists that I might not encounter. So this artist has just the one artwork. So I would definitely encourage that if you're just stepping into the platform, at least have 2 artworks, because a choice of one is not a choice, right? It's just one. So at least have a couple of artworks so people can make an informed decision about your style, etc. Uh, Here's another black and white one. Uh, let's go look at black and white photography. Wow. Okay, so this is where an artist has curated their own work, which is fine, but I prefer to look at stacks where other people curate your work. So and I can see from this one that I've already picked up a few. Um, so there's one there that looks interesting though. It's this one. I just picked up one of her pieces, so in the spirit of spreading the love, I'll skip that for right now. Um, let's see here. Let's look at this one. I think I picked up one from most of these artists here already. So interesting stack. You're awfully quiet, Mystique.
I'm just looking through all the amazing
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Lighty's got one here. Lighty is one of our ambassadors to Iran. Very colorful. Um, yeah, I've seen some of these artworks. Yeah, very very colorful. Uh, and that's the one I picked up earlier today. All right. Um,
It's again, like you say, I mean, some of them are really pricey.
yeah, I'm not sure what I can do about it besides skip them. Like the pricing is not realistic, and I hate to pass on some of them. I would love to collect them, but the pricing is very unrealistic. And like I said, it might appeal to someone else, and they might grab it. But you know, um, I have collected thousands of artworks, and I kind of have in my mind a mental model of where it should fit price wise. Um, And when I see something out of that, I, I, I just have to pass on it. But like I said, sometimes I'll make decisions. Let's look at this one. You like elephants, of course, from Africa. All right,
Yes,
which is your
I
favorite
do.
one in here?
Yeah.
Tell me that one, and I'll grab it.
Sorry, what did you say, Nick?
Which is your favorite one in here, in this curation?
I like the one with the elephants picking up the tree with
The
his
first
trunk.
one. This one?
Yes, that one.
Okay, now that will represent the third artwork of CN NIMS that we've picked up in
Oh,
this session, which
okay.
kind of,
Then the other one on the same row, but at the end.
it's her also.
Also, goodness me. Okay, what
I'll pick
about
up
the
yours.
one in
How
the
about that?
middle?
I'll pick up yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I say, it was so wonderful growing up in South Africa. We got to see these every year when we went away to the Kruger National Park, and yeah, it's just majestic to see all of them.
Yeah, Apricot never fails to deliver. It's a nice curation here. Um,
I've been drawn to that hand
yeah,
one in the
I was about to
yeah.
say that looks very much like what's his name? Sorry, it's too early in the morning for me. I can't think of. There's the famous clock artwork with the folding melted clock. Thanks.
Well, Sunny says, Nick, go random, go to 20 to 30 page.
I'm sorry. Go random.
It says, Nick, go random to 20 to 30
Okay.
page.
Go to the 20th or 30th page.
Possibly the 20th art on the 30th page.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, we can do that. In the let me get through a couple more stacks and then we'll start doing that random. That's a good idea. Here we go. Okay, so we picked up that. Um, all right, let's look at this one here. Okay, this says no assets found, and the reason it says that, I don't know how that curation appears, is because the works there are not licensed for auto staking. Which, by the way, yikes, we've not done a good job here of keeping track of our goal. I forgot about our goal. It's too early for me. That's why. All right, look at that. Whoa, we moved the needle.
Goodness me.
We moved it quite
We're
a bit.
getting there so quickly.
Yeah, we'll get there. If I blitz through, I could probably get to 100K in like 10 minutes, I think.
I think a lot of the creators have appreciated the conversation with regards to, the art and the metadata. And I think that's from all the comments that I'm seeing, they've really appreciated the chat.
Yeah, I don't get to do that very often. So it's good to do that. But I am switching to my second cup of chai. I prepared two.
Apricot
Right.
says, thank you, intrigued by the passing of time and the fleeting moments.
I love this curation here. I really like this curation. I know it's these are mostly AI artworks. I can tell from the hands and all that, but I like this artwork. I'm gonna pick up this one. Why can't I
It
view
looks
it?
like she's dancing on a bed of feathers.
Yeah, looks like I cannot view it, which is interesting. Let me see if I can view this one. Oh, that's interesting. I cannot view this one. Ah, there we go. It's just a momentary. I didn't wait long enough. I'll grab that one. When I'm doing this myself, not in front of a camera, I really go through it very, very fast. Like I said, 10, 15 seconds. Just see if the artwork or the metadata grabs my eye, um, and then make a quick decision. And so can go through hundreds in just a few minutes.
Well, Apricot says, Mystique, I agree. I think artists can really learn from listening to all the tips that are giving regards art, description, etc.
Chima has okay, so this is Builder. I like this, the earthy tones on this one. So both of these are interesting. So let's start with this one. I really like this. It's a nice capture.
That's beautiful. I like the dramatic photo. Is it the lioness?
Mm. You seem to be wanting me to collect sea and nymphs all night long.
I'm
Here,
sorry.
I
That's not
don't
my
have anything against it,
intention.
but like I said, I want to try and spread the love a little bit, and so uh, I love Burnish's work. I'm gonna capture this one. I mean, I'm gonna grab this one. I'm using the wrong terminology here. So that makes two of hers. Okay, and I really like this stack. Also looks interesting. We already got that one. All right. It's not a new artist here that I haven't supported yet, so we'll go on. Party Megathon from Photo. All right. Photo, you have to tell me what is the easiest way, or that you prefer, not the easiest way, what do you prefer should be the short, because it's I kind of start saying photograph, but it's not photograph, it's photograph. So I just say photo. uh, okay, let's see here. So I haven't picked up a Gnocchi piece yet today. This API PCY looks interesting. So I see several good candidates in this one. All right, let's get to work. So pick up this Gnocchi piece. Boom, boom, boom. Let's blitz through this. Come on. All right, we'll get that one. I also like this Lucia Bella piece here. I like the colors on it. So here we go. And I like this piece also here. See, it's a no-brainer for me when the artwork is alluring, the metadata is good, and the price is fair. It's like instant boom buy. It makes it so easy. I don't have to think. But that every time I hit a point of friction in the artwork, either it's the artwork itself or the metadata or the price, then it slows me down and prevents me from acting on it right away. So and this one is really colorful. So we picked up a Kali Arts earlier also.
I like that.
I really like this one, and it's African art, so you can definitely resonate with that one. Yeah.
but it also kind of gives the Day of the Dead.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure many artists are probably who did not read in studio because you're not in the frame of mind where you're thinking about it, are wondering what we have here called exhibition and display. So these are carefully selected styles. So for example, the exhibition style is optimized for a 4K display with a room for a gutter, room for a column, where we can display your avatar, your title, your description, and a QR code that people can buy your artwork. The display one is optimized for full screen, like the ones. So actually, you can see the gutter here. So we've got the gutter. So we'll make it where, depending on the exhibition, we can choose where it appears. I'm sorry, not top bottom for portrait ones, and left right for landscape ones. And then the display one is intended for full for our streaming solution. So that's where it is full screen on on a 4K display. And we are checking out a bunch of displays right now, and I am most intrigued by the film ones, because that means anyone anywhere can get it if it can be the right price. What I mean by that, it's designed to be stuck on any window or any glass door, and it can be as big as you want, and that's it. So that when you turn it on, you see you see the streaming artworks, and when you turn it off, you just look through the window as you normally do. So that to me is more intriguing, because um, you don't take up more surface room on a wall or anything like that. It's just adhesive. It sticks on a window or a door. So I'm looking at that as an interesting concept. And I also have been checking out. We have been checking out e-ink, but e-ink displays are great in that they are low power, but the color ones are very, very expensive right now. The black and white ones, small ones, are available. It's you might know it as the Kindle. You see that's e-ink, where you can power it down, power it back up, and it still retains what's there. But I want to start. I think I want to start with the film approach, because that's an easy one. Most people have a window, or a glass. Well, the glass door is more offices and things like that, which is a target market for streaming. But if I could get something that's easy for people to put on a window, which has no wires, it's just got a little slim battery pack on the bottom, that would be kind of cool. All right, so we'll grab this one. Any interesting comments?
No. Horcrux says, please check Megathon Unspoken Bond.
Yeah, well, take a look at it. Um, yeah, the team is asking me, how about, should we add a search on curation? But I'm like, okay, how long is it going to take you, and what are the features that we won't be able to attend to because we are doing that? And so it seems it would be too much to add right now. So we'll be adding search for stacks also. That'll make it easier. Here's Jen's stack. Let's take a look at that. Jen, what you got going? Okay, got some interesting photos here. Um, I collected a bunch of Lady Red Horn's artworks just yesterday, and I see some artworks here from artists that I haven't collected of late. So let me go do that. I like this one, so we'll grab that. I can hear the rain outside. It's raining very, very heavily here. Um, I'm glad I'm not outside in the cold, in the rain. Um, I like this. I've not encountered this artist yet. Yeah. Ooh,
That's
this is,
nice. Hmm.
it is interesting and nice. I wonder what's So most of the artworks I'm seeing here have no BTS, but usually when I'm going, solo, I check that BTS box. I had them put it there because I really like to see BTS. Um, so this is an artist from Sri Lanka. Nice. I've not encountered that. Ah, um, all right. Let's go ahead and capture that one. I think you will find more and more people who are not Web3 buyers, who are not Web3 patrons, are going to gravitate towards artworks that have BTS. So if you take the time to do that, you'll find yourself rewarded in time. All right.
Lighty says search for stacks would be amazing.
Yeah. There's a lot of features that would be truly amazing, but you know what? What most artists would want right now is we get that print feature done, because that is gonna blow everything out of the water. So I'm being very what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, it's early. I'm exercising a lot of self-control and saying no to a lot of features, because I want to finish the print and the stream features and demonstrate a multi-licensing capabilities, because that's the power of the platform. So everything else is an additional feature. It's yeah, nice to have and great to have. We need it, but what we really, really, absolutely need is having them look, until we've unlocked multiple licenses, we have not showcased the power of Vitruveo platform. Until then, it's just another marketplace, which I don't blame people for thinking that. But if you think about you know our I think it's here in QA. I want to show you a little bit. Let's go look at this artwork here. But yeah, here we go. So see this is the multi-license capability that's coming. So you can see uh, there's a distinct difference. Let me go to one of the existing artworks. Oops, that's not that one. Okay, here. So you can see here what we have is one license, right? And it shows up here, and I license the button. You also have the wallet connection here, etc. But we don't want to alienate users who know nothing about crypto, etc. So the new page is much cleaner. We've got rid of all the icons here. We've buried them here in the menu. We've got just the main navigation here. But if you look at this page here, we've kind of essentially focused it down to what licenses are available with an accordion, so that over time we can put many more licenses here. So as soon as we've got the one done, we can start unleashing different ones. And I someday want to enable artists to create their own license types also, that are very flexible. But you can see what the way we are approaching this is, you go to a license, and here it's very clear you can own this as a digital, and it requires a crypto wallet. So you're not going to go here if you are not interested, if you don't have a crypto wallet. So we're still doing work on it. It's not finished. Here, for example, for print, it will basically say requires credit card, and it'll be very clear. And then we've changed the experience also for buying. So when you do buy, you go into a full screen experience, and that's when you first get a taste of, okay, what do I need to do? And no crypto until you actually opt in into a crypto related item, and then we get into the wallet and that kind of thing. And this is all not quite working yet, but it will soon. But we want to create a full screen buying experience where there's nothing to distract you other than you, the artwork, and what decisions you're making. There's another reason why we went full screen, because when you get into the print, um, you're going to have a lot of different options. It's like an e-commerce option, right? So you've got the different product types, the different sizes, variants, the prices for each, shipping, etc. And it can get very confusing to do something like that here. So I kind of made the decision to filter out users up here based on their capabilities. So if they don't have any crypto, they they wouldn't go here. But once you make a decision, you are completely focused on buying. The whole experience is entirely about spending money on that artwork. And we'll, with the print option, we'll let you select different things. It becomes a shopping cart at that point. People are very familiar with it. Their credit card is there, they click on it, boom, you're done. And make it really, really simple. So that's the new experience we are working on, which really is optimized for credit card buyers, because at this point, the current screen here is scary, the wallet, etc. But we know we are building for no wallet, custodial wallets, credit cards, because we want to scale this up to millions of buyers. And that's not going to happen with crypto. There aren't millions of art buyers on crypto right now. It's not going to happen. Anyone who thinks that it's going to happen is fantasizing. It's never going to happen. So we need to go meet people where their wallets are, and their wallets are in credit cards. They have credit cards in there. So that's where we want to showcase your work. So I'd love feedback about this from folks. As I've always done, I try and show things as they are being built, so we can get your feedback. But don't be upset if we don't take all your feedback, because you're the artist, you're not the buyer. So I prefer to talk to people who are going to license your artwork, and their feedback gets highest priority. As an artist, your feedback is most important in studio, where you have to submit your artwork and all of that kind of stuff. But the buying experience is for patrons, and we value your feedback, and we definitely will listen. But I will listen more to people who buy artworks. So yeah. All right. So yeah, do let me know what you think about this new experience you are building, please. Okay, we'll go back. I want to make sure that I don't confuse QA with the live. So let's close some of these tabs. Did some good shopping here.
Yeah, you've been busy.
All right,
Sam saying hello.
Hello, cat. All right, let's see. I got a quick message I need to check here real quick. All right. All right. Let's go back on the stacks here. So it looks interesting. Let's go one. You think of this? Oh, this is an AI one. That's interesting. That looks pretty good for an AI image. I can see the neck is not the right proportion, is it?
No, it's quite extended.
Yeah. I like Sleepless Buddha's works. I don't think I'm. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. The woman transforms into fish. My fish. It's a thought-provoking and funny at the same time. So that gets my vote in the form of a buy. Why didn't that work? Come on.
Xeon says only print for a physical copy is very vague, but I love the rest.
Don't make value judgments on work in progress yet, please. It's there's a lot of work to be done. It's not done yet. Okay, this seems to be not working, so we'll get back to that one. Yeah, we are still working on print. There's a ton of work to be done on there. It's turning out to be way more complex, which I can see why no one has taken that at scale. It's really easy to have built a UI to allow an artist to go and create their own store and all that, but to create a platform where it works with anyone's artwork who's checked a box saying, I opt into this license, and creating the whole buy experience for that, not easy. It's definitely been challenging. I don't think I have seen this artist. I've not encountered their work here. I like this. I'm gonna pick it up. Not sure why the last buy one is not working. This one appears to be working just fine. So that's good. This curation is by Falfonso. Falfonso is very helpful when I'm visiting in India. I see some artists' artworks from Gradient, Prashant. I like this one. I think I picked up one from Prashant yesterday. All right. And let's continue looking at some of these stacks here. Have you recommended any new ones that I look at?
No, not yet, Nick.
Render Guy. Interesting. All right. And we'll go to the top page now. And then we'll switch to the random approach that someone recommended. I see a couple here that might awesome pencils. The Seeing Eye. Interesting. Very nice. Let's grab this one.
Ooh, I like that one. It's very unusual.
All right. Shall we switch back to search now and do the random approach? Let's do that.
I think it was number 20, page 30.
Page 30, number 20. I'll have to navigate manually here. Oops, how do I do this? I've never gone that far. Okay, I think I gotta go 10 pages at a time. Yeah, I'll have to go. Oh, sorry, there's not enough. I know why. There's not 30 pages. That's why I'm having trouble with it. So they might be looking at it unfiltered. I have the filter on because my concern right now is getting to our stake target. So yeah, we moved the needle still a little bit here. We'll keep doing it. So, but the idea is good. So I think, oh wow, I'm seeing some interesting artworks that just popped up here. So this is nice. I like it. This is a full AI artwork. All right, let's see. I like the the lines, the fine lines there. I like that kind of artwork style. I don't want to pick it up. I want to analyze it too much. Okay. Let's go back here. That's around 200. Talk to the team about remembering settings here.
What's that celebrations one, Nick, with all the squares?
Minas is an amazing artist. It's a really nice artwork, but it's a bit outside my price range. I like these colorful, almost mandalas.
This says 20 to 20, 20 to 1K, 221K.
Yeah.
State.
Hey, morning, Biz. Wow. All right. Previously, I have asked people in the audience to suggest a keyword. I type that in and see what pops up. So let's try that for a bit. Suggest some keywords for me to type and see what pops up. And remember, I'm looking at filtered artworks, so need to make sure that you have the same NFT auto stake filter turned on.
H. Rivera says abstract.
I'd like keywords that are less about the technique and all of that kind of stuff, but more about the content of the artwork. If you know,
Sunny
so like
says grunge.
hat or something like that versus the style or technique. I like this one actually. So we just gotta pick which one. Um, let's see. I think this monotone one is interesting. I'll grab that. Yeah. So if you can suggest any keywords that are about the subject matter, that would be great. As you know, most artists still are not yet keyed in on the metadata, so conceptual terms don't work very well in my experience yet. I hope that as time progresses, people will start to be more refined in their use of the metadata. But right now, it's not there. All right.
A lot of them are just like cosmos, technology, spirituality.
Yeah, I see what Milky Way. Now, do not be suggesting keywords that are just your artworks because that's blatant chill, and that will be a definite no on things. So let's do Milky Way. I guess that's two words. Sold. All sold. Let's do it without a space. No results. Okay. Symphony. Okay, let's see what we get. Symphony. All right. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Is there anything that grabs my attention here? Symphony of Shapes. Nice and interesting artwork, well presented, a bit outside my range. Chords of Color. Okay. These are all sold. This one looks a little interesting. What is the story here?
I like that one.
The story, I have not picked up this artist's work here. The story of a woman whose soul resonates with every note she plays, the hues of her emotions blending into the music. I like the description. I like the colors of this. What is this? Is this oil? Abstract? Yeah, it's an acrylic with AI. It's full AI. Okay. Um, as I said, my bar for AI is a bit higher. Um, I think this meets that threshold, but it's sold. Why am I looking at one that's sold? Probably because, well, is it sold? Ah, it's not sold. Okay, that was a false one. Okay, so we'll grab this one. All right, and let's see any other keywords that people have. Uh, let's see here. Shrine. Okay, shrine is interesting. I'll type in that. Um, let's see what we get. Hmm. All right. Uh, nice animation. Young woman born under the sacred stars of Japan's last remaining shrine discovered she had a unique connection to the cosmos. Every night, the stars whispered to her, guiding her as she mastered an ancient and forgotten form of magic, space magic. Ah, that's clever and interesting. All right, Kiki, let's do this. All right, and now let's do what I'd said we'd do. I do a lot of, and check the has BTS and oh wait, I got the shrine filter still on, so remove that. All right, so awesome pencils.
Illusion. That's quite a nice one.
Jonah Waldy. Blind date with a firefly. This looks interesting. Let's check out the BTS on it. Oh, actually, is this one sold already? Yeah, it's sold. It looks so good. The hands. All right, let's check out the BTS. Uh, oh, that is the video. Oh, it's a light sculpture. I get it. I get it. That's nice. Blind date with a firefly is part a performing arts. Okay, in Panama. I like this. Um, I like this appears to me. Let's see. We're still loading that. Go to preview. Don't have a description. I got to think about this one, so I'm going to pin it and keep it for later. Okay. Let's look at more BTS. All right, what I'm going to do is get rid of the spotlight so we can. All right, now we've got all the artworks up top. I haven't seen this artist before. It's interesting. Are these all pencil drawings?
Wow, they look beautiful.
They're amazing. Wow. Okay. Ah, here we go. Whoa, that is painstaking. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm sold. Let's go.
Incredible attention to detail.
Yes.
I mean, all the proportions are just perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So that's a good one. We'll look at a few more. I haven't seen this. Oh, wow. This looks interesting. Okay. So this is not a BTS video. Here's a BTS video. Why doesn't that show up? Interesting. This is a build-up video, not a BTS video. I guess I can see why people would submit that as a BTS, but it's more of a build-up that shows how it was crafted. Not bad. Um, I like it. I'm gonna grab it. It's just like it's at that price point where I'm like, do I want to? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it because it's it's entertaining and interesting. Okay, and we'll continue. Okay, we've hit the threshold of, or no, we have not. We've still got ways to go. Wow, this artwork is amazing. Let's see. Um, it's a photo. The mixed lighting effect was used. All right, so let's look at this artist. Creative director and photographer, AI and NFT uh, creator from Belarus. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Where, interesting. Interesting concept. I just wanted to see whether the price point was justified. I was looking for more information about the artist here to have convinced me of that, and then I would have made it. But because the information is so sparse, I don't feel like I can make a good decision on it. So we'll pass for now. And yeah, the metadata is so important because when it comes to any kind of uh, decision making, it's the tipping point. So let's look at Rivera's BTS here. I like this one, but it's sold already. All the ones I like are already sold on here. Let's look at this one here. See, I really like this. This gives me so much context and so much information about how the work was put together. It's a build-up video, no doubt, but yeah. See, now this is it. It goes really behind the scenes. And
Yeah,
Rivera is such a prolific
beautiful.
artist. Sorry.
Said that's just beautiful.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, definitely want to click buy on this one. So guys, it's important to remember that you could be spending time on Twitter and etc. and trying to paste your artwork and getting artists to see it, but sorry, patrons to see it. But you could be much more effective if you spend that time really putting together a compelling consignment, your metadata, your BTS video, etc. Honestly, I tell you, you spend an hour or two on that, and it makes more impact, a bigger impact than if you are, spend hours on Twitter or Instagram or whatever trying to sell your work. Uh, on our platform, we'll get the patrons, and we're not there yet, but we are working on it. We'll get the patrons to your artworks, but you have to help us out. You have to make your work marketable, and the only way, uh, we've given you all the tools to make it marketable. It's up to you to use it. If you choose not to use it, we can't get to our goal of giving you sustainable income. It's all we do all we can do, but you have to help us out. You got to spend time finessing the metadata, finessing, posting the BTS, etc. And very soon we'll unlock the augmented reality. You should add a secondary content. So when we do an exhibition and someone scans a QR code, people love seeing augmented reality content, and it doesn't take much effort. It just requires that you post something in addition to the static artwork. Maybe there's a BTS there, or an animated version of it, or something, or maybe versions of it that uh, you changed along the way. Maybe there's a variant of it. Maybe you've got, like in this case, there's a yellow frog, but if you AR it, the frog has moved and is a different color, or anything is fair game. Uh, I was drawn to the yellow color here, and I definitely want to look at the BTS on this. I spent a lot of time with this filter. I had them put it because I really like seeing BTS. And honestly, um, I actually didn't even know what BTS meant until a good photographer friend of mine, Mayank, he was here in the Bay Area, and we were on the beach. He was doing some. Uh, he wanted to see some Bay Area beaches, so I took him, and he had a drone. He took some drone shots, and then he had me take some video of him taking photos, and he says, "Please do BTS." And I'm like, "What is BTS? BTS?" And I finally asked him, and I figured it out. So this is interesting. Thing. So most of the BTS videos that I see tend to be build up videos, but I really like the BTS videos that show the artist in their studio or wherever actually working on it. That to me is allows me to connect with the artist and the artwork. The build up videos are fine. I think they're easy to produce. Everyone knows that now. Especially with the modern tools, build up videos are super easy to create. They don't add as much value. They're good, but if in the absence of a true BTS video, a build up video is good. Uh, I like this yellow frog. It's kind of cute, so we'll go for it. Someone says, can we have a tutorial on how AR is done? Uh, the thing is, you have to separate the technology from the content. All you got to worry about is really the content. You got to think about it this way. My artwork will be printed somewhere or shown somewhere on a screen, on a bag, a hat, and someone should be who would hold the phone to it. And when they do, up pops into that field of vision the secondary content, because they can already see your artwork, right? It's there printed on the bag or the wall or whatever it is. But when they hold the phone in front of it, there should be some other content. It could be video, it could be another artwork, etc. So it's very simple. And in Studio, on the last step of the consignment, you can see that. Let me go show you. Studio.Vitruveo. So we're going to unlock that very soon here, and it would be a good idea for you to start putting that content in there. I have not taken the time to actually um, consign an artwork yet, so I don't have all of it done. But you can see here where it says auxiliary media optional. So that's where you can upload an AR image, upload an AR video, a BTS image, a BTS video, and we'll soon unlock code zip. Uh, that's where we want to do generative art and things like that, where you can put any JavaScript code in there. But this, all you got to do is put one or both of these. That's it. Something interesting that when someone scans with their phone, it will pop up. So we're going to unlock that. As you know by now, probably if anyone of you have experimented with augmented reality, most of the platforms that are out there, I think there's one top one, they charge you money for that. Obviously, we are not going to charge anything for that. It's free. I believe the existing platforms charge by the number of views, which we don't agree with. So we'll be creating a viewer, and it'll be web based, so you don't need to download anything. That's another thing with a lot of the viewers out there. You got to actually download an app before you can view the AR content, and we don't believe that people are gonna love to do that. So we want to make it where someone's at an exhibition in a gallery or something, seeing your art, and they see a QR code, they scan it, and boom, your AR content is right there. You can go look at. I'll find it for you. One second. My X has a bunch of AR content that's available that from the experimental stage. So let me find one of those, and yeah, like for example, here's let me get to it. So here's one of my posts where I shared. Come on. Yeah. So the web-based viewer is already working. So I was wearing uh, this shirt, and the apple pops up, etc. So uh, yeah, you can. I still haven't updated the URL, but it's there at this Nifty Dreams um, URL, where you basically have the content on the desktop browser, and then when you scan it, it shows you the AR content. So I'll post the link in there. You can basically you need two things: the artwork which you look at with your desktop, and then the mobile browser. So I'll paste the link here if anyone's interested. They can see. But so basically, what you're going to have is an evolution of this. That we have. This was an early prototype that I created, but you can go look at that link and try it out yourself. There's some amazing 3D content, etc., up there. Also, yeah, there we go. Yeah, like there's a flamingo that shows up, so you can use 3D art also there. Um, on the next one, I think that's one of my artworks. You have Captain America, the shield shows up, so that's basically your AR work. I really like this next one, which was a leopard. Um, so we'll see it in a second here. There we go. So you scan the leopard and you see one in action. So you can do anything you want there. You can collaborate with a 3D artist, so that the initial artwork is yours, but the AR artwork is 3D art, etc. So that is already built into the platform. We just got to get the viewer out. Right now, the technical problem we are struggling with is one of scale. How to be able to do this easily for thousands and thousands and thousands of artworks. So we are very close to solving that problem. And once that's solved, we'll unleash that feature.
Your photograph says you are teaching us a lot this stream.
Oh, thank you. Um, let's look at Yulia's works. Yulia's works are definitely high price, but they're also pretty cool, pretty good. I like this glitch artwork. Let's go check out the BTS on it. Here we go. This is the content I come here for. Okay, so that's the raw shoot. Then it's so interesting. I really like this. It's fascinating. Oh, it's interesting to see here the thumbnail where it's mirroring the motion. You can see how it got transformed. Wow. See, now watching this BTS, it gives me context and says, okay, I can see why she priced it the way she did. That makes a lot of sense, because there's a lot of work that went into this, props and models and everything. What do you think, Mystique?
Yeah, I was just going to say this must have taken some time to
Yeah,
get all this together.
this is great. And for me, this is an easy click. Now that I truly understand it, so boom, there we go. Wow.
I mean, that is just incredible how all of that has been so meticulously blended together to come up with this final piece.
Wow. Love it. Now I want to see what's going on here, because she appears to have some amazing BTS. Okay, what's going on here?
Lighty says you can watch it for hours.
So this is actually video camera and taking the subject, slow motion or panning. Ah, wow, that's high res there, getting into the fibers of the cord and all that. Mesmerizing. Very, very nice. What's it transformed into? So on this one, the BTS is not as, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't reveal more uh like the other one did. Let's look at the third one also here. What's going on here? Ah, yeah, here we go. Okay, model. I'm surprised there's not a green screen. Very nice. Good job, Yulia. Everything here is on point. And Yulia's got a custom link also, so let's see what that's all about. I love to go to these links, but I'm frequently disappointed that it's a link tree. If you're going to sell to someone, don't put a link tree as your profile link. It's the worst mistake you could make. No one wants to click on a profile link and be confronted with um, a link farm. When I click on a profile link, I want to see a profile. So I want to see a page that has your photo. If you're doxxed, a description of you as an artist, some of your artworks, etc. I do not want to see a link tree. I'm not interested. That's not your profile. That's if you want to send someone to buy your artwork. Your profile is not about buying your artwork. It's about learning about you. So never. And I see a lot of people putting generic links like they put Instagram.com. So we blocked that now. Um, you got to do the work for your patron to love you and love your work. Love your work. Um, when you squander my time by putting in a link tree, you're wasting my time, right? I took the time to click on your profile link and I was immediately disappointed. What do you think my frame of mind is going to be? Do you think I'm going to be excited about buying your artwork? No. I'm going to pass on it because I'm like, I wasted my time. um you know so just when you take some of these actions, think about the frame of mind you're going to put the buyer into. When you post on X, I haven't had a sale and blah blah blah. Think about the frame of mind that puts a buyer into. They are no longer interested in you. You put them into a negative mindset. So be positive. Uh, don't don't waste the patron's time. Be respectful of people's time. Um, if you're going to message me, don't write a book. Write 2 sentences. I don't have time to read a book. But unfortunately, most artists are very verbose. They Brevity is not something they are good at, and business people are use brevity. The if you can't say it in 1 or 2 sentences, you cannot say it in 20 or 200. I assure you of that. So if you want me to look at your work or anything, 1 sentence is going to get you the result you want. 200 sentences, 20 sentences, I don't even bother to look at it. This is amazing. I love this artwork. I don't know how I found it, but I really like it. Wow. So
That
cool.
pops. The colors are just incredible.
Yeah. So I haven't looked at my DMs in a while. Um, but I can tell you that if I do click on it and I see a wall of text, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to read that. Uh, I'm not sure why this is not working. Come on. I really like this one. I want to get it. So, let me see if there's an error that occurs. There's got to be a block or something, which is a shame. I really want this. Okay, we'll pin it for later. Mhm. Remember, you get more results with less. Um, Brevity is important in any kind of business communications. Forget about just art and Web3 and all of that. Any kind of business communications, brevity is very important. Figure out what you need to say in uh, as little text as possible. Let's go check out Southern Pride. Oh wow, got some good, interesting animations here. All right. Oh wow, nice.
Southern Fried, her work is just really amazing.
Yeah, and she's a great supporter. Wow, this goes on and on. That's a
It,
lot of work.
yeah, it's amazing what she does.
This is a lot of work. Wow. Oh, all right. That's got to be a buy for sure.
This is something that she really enjoys doing. she's so focused on what she does here.
All right, let's. All right, there's confetti there, confetti there, confetti, confetti, confetti. Woohoo! All right. What happened here? It's confetti also. Uh, did that work? Yes. Okay, cool. Rivera says no confetti on his. So let's go investigate that a little bit. So we'll go here and we'll go Rivera. Okay, it was this one, and they're saying that did not go through. Yes, it did not go through apparently. Why? Well, let's fix it. All right, there we go. Fix the problem. I gotta look at another message here real quick. All right. Okay, I'm glad I fixed that. I hope you're happy, Rivera. Okay, so we looked at Southern Fried's work. Okay, let's look at one more BTS and then switch gears to some other technique for finding artworks. So we tried keywords, we did BTS. Now we can go into styles and mediums and things like that. I think that should be our next one. I love Sienna's work. Definitely love it, but sold out, so don't have a choice there. Let's look at Squire Fred. Is that right? Did I read that right? Where is it? Just saw it here. Squire Fred. Okay, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we are approaching 3 fun hours of art buying here. We'll go and look at our damage done in terms of our what's going on here. Now, see, this is all right. So don't do this, folks. Don't. This is frustrating when you go and see that the BTS is nothing. It's not really BTS, so it's a little frustrating. So try not to do that, please. Okay, so we'll click out of here, and let's take a peek at our number. Oh, that was in the 20, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It was.
20 something
Wow.
and 238. So we're very close to 250 here. Wow. Yeah, see, this still says 224. That's weird. Oh, that's the whole. Oh, yeah, that's correct. It's rounding up 8 to 4. I'm like, what is wrong with that? It's correct. It's accurate. Good all around. Our circulating supply is down. So if we hit our next goal, which is the next 500K, this will be under 6 million, which will be so amazing. All around good. Let's see. What's price point is hovering there at around 30, which is great. We've got green
That's
candles coming
beautiful
our
to
way.
see.
Okay, so the next thing we'll do is let's go with physical art. All right. Now this is where it's very important that you are accurate. Don't say physical art if it's digital art. Don't say digital if it's physical, and vice. Be accurate. Metadata is important. If I sound like a broken record, it's because it's so important. We've built all these features so that your art can be discoverable. Trust me, when we enable the streaming, think about the consumer in their home, um, on their phone, choosing, I want to see on this screen, blue artworks of ocean themes that are physical artworks. And they hit go. And your artwork shows up and it's not blue themed, it's not ocean, it's not physical artwork. There's going to be a sense of disappointment. And, um, ultimately our moderators will remove your artwork from the streaming license, because quality is really important. We don't want to be disappointing our the customers who will be paying customers for streaming, etc. So the it's on you to be 100% accurate, when you provide your metadata. So I cannot emphasize enough, spend time on your metadata. That's all we expect you to do. Create your artwork, invest in your metadata, make sure it's all good, get the BTS in there, etc. Create that, and you're done. You don't have to think about your artwork anymore after that. We will take care of the marketing, we will take care of the packaging, we will take care of getting the audience to you. But the less time you spend on it, the harder you make our job, and the more likely it is that you're going to be filtered out. Your artwork won't even be seen, and the concept of like a sustainable income won't be yours. Metadata is the key. Now we put this feature in place for the future, for discoverability. For example, we're going to enable in the future stock license, where manufacturers of consumer products can choose artworks for bulk licensing on products, whether it's pillowcases or curtains or umbrellas or whatever it might be. Again, if your metadata is not accurate and they end up seeing stuff that's junk, that's not, when I say junk, I mean not appropriate for the filter they have chosen, uh, they're going to be upset and disappointed. It's a bad UX all around, and we won't allow that. We want high quality experience for our customers. And so that's when you're going to find more and more artists are going to find their artwork behind that last card. If you've seen the last card in search, artwork's basically hidden because moderators saw a problem with the metadata, saw a problem with the quality of the artwork, etc. So right now, we are still in kind of development. So we are being very liberal with it and letting things slide. But as soon as we hire professional moderators and start paying a whole team, you're going to see that a lot of artworks that don't meet our quality standards will be filtered. So quality is not just in the artwork; it's about the metadata, the presentation, etc. So we just expect artists to do that part and not do the marketing part. So but we want to make sure that the customers find a very high quality experience. So yeah. um, what do you think about that, Mystique?
No, I agree, definitely. Top quality is what is needed. Um, so to present your best work is always just a plus. And it goes a long way as well. And I mean, that's what the patrons are looking for at the end of the day.
Yep, I like
Doc
this.
Martin says, suggest search for physical feather.
Well, um, I have such a limited set of artworks that I don't want to filter physical art even more. So I'll get to it. Um, this is interesting. Emma has got an interesting style. Got a sketchbook itself is the artwork, the artwork, and a photo of the artwork, which is cool. I like it. It's an interesting
I
twist.
like how the way she's done it with the actual fold of the notebook itself in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah, that definitely deserves a click. Let me see how we are on budget here. Ah, what was it, like 25K or something when we started? So 14, 14 to go. All right, that was good. Let's continue with physical art here. I'm uncovering some things I hadn't seen before. So let's look at this. What is this all about here? This is Adam and Eve. Is this Adam and Eve? No. What is it? It is, right? It's the apple. Yeah. This is AI work. Yeah, I think.
I think so.
This is partial.
It says no.
Yeah,
Partial.
but I've chosen physical works. They shouldn't be here. So, yeah, this should not be in physical art. We have only 4 pages of this stuff, so let's go. All right, these are all the sold ones. Wow, some good ones here. Hmm. Now we're talking. Interesting. Some fairly unique things here. All right, let's look at.
Nature Secrets one looks nice.
Yeah, I just clicked on that. Yeah. J what's okay. So this says physical art, and I don't understand how a photograph is in here. So I like it, but um, I'm looking for physical art right now. That's the mindset I'm in. So maybe I'll go look at that later. So where was the nail one? Ah, there we go. Let's see. What is this? What is going on here? Oh, wow. So this is like that notebook, right? It's totally different. The medium is different. This is interesting. Uh, this is colorful, but I find this one simplistic and more. I guess this is highly custom, right? This is not just. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would be very custom.
All right, let's grab that. It is physical art for sure. Hey, Exhibit, keep my page. I gotta talk to the developers about that. Um, Alice died. Trauma in a box. Are these all one theme? Interesting. Alice died. Hmm. Oh, this is unique and interesting. Come on, cursor move. There you go. Hmm. What is this made of? I guess it's a collage, yeah?
It's unusual.
Mixed media. Interesting.
Lighty says, I always thought, what should I check for my make artworks? Is it physical or digital at the same time?
Um, Well, your art should be what you check. So if it's both physical and digital, I would check both the boxes, but do not check a box which it's clearly not. Like as we are seeing here, some digital works that are purely digital having physical checked. So that's a no-no. See, this artist has done the metadata so well. They've put the short description here, they've got the long description here, which really talks about their journey and how their artwork is uh it's a personal, it's their story. But I like it. They've got a profile URL the way I expect to see. I go and see, this is beautiful. I go and learn about the artist and I see their artworks, and I don't see a link tree. A link tree I'm allergic to, and it causes an intensely negative reaction in my mind anytime I see a link tree link. This is beautiful. We thought about introducing our own capability for profile pages, etc., but we realized it's not a high priority for us because it's very easy for artists to find other places to do it. We are focusing right now on the commerce aspect of it, but this is really well done. Wow, they use a lot of medium. This a ton of wow. Look at the tags: trauma in a box, healing through art, emotional art, um, culture. Everything about this is um, is great. The only thing I would have done is for this particular thing, it would have been so cool to see the BTS putting it together. That would be
Yeah.
that would be a very big selling point. So if you're doing collages and all that, take some time to just stick a camera on the side there, and you don't have to show yourself. A lot of people are camera shy. Don't show yourself. Don't have sound. Throw some music on at the end. But the BTS of that would be very, very informative for a prospective patron. Okay, so this is going to work. So that's good. We'll leave it there. And we'll come back. And please don't put me back on page 1. Okay. Um. Mhm.
Sabers says, Vitruveo, yes, the quality control needs to be in place for the best consumer experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love Feather Lady's work always. And this is, I think, what Doc was alluding to. I sense that. Um, so definitely very cool artwork. I thought I picked up the Kingfisher the other day, and apparently not. So let's go pick it up today. This work is so exquisite. I got to talk to the team about the magnifying glass. It's irritating for me that it stays in the center like that. So we'll get that fixed. Make a note. Magnifying glass is irritating.
Doc says, yes, you found her work.
Yeah, it's just exquisite. All right. Uh, let's go look at one more physical artwork, and then we'll switch gears and go to something else. And who's gonna get me my egg sandwich for breakfast? It's 5 a.m. here, so I've been on it now for 3 hours.
And we're sitting at 1 o'clock.
I like Minus's work. But most of his work is digital, so it's interesting to see some physical work here. Wow. Oh, and it's pretty interesting to note that he's transformed this technique into the digital variant of it also. the geometric female form. And I know a few friends who have modeled for that, so it's kind of cool. uh, yeah, it's definitely an artist that I love and respect his work. uh, you know so here we go. Okay, let's see if we got confetti here. Meanwhile, confetti for Feather Lady. Woohoo! And trauma in a box. Trauma in a box. What is going on? Confetti. Bam. And Let's Art Neon gets confetti also. And I forget this artist's name. They get confetti. What is their Emma? Emma. All right, Emma. I have to remember because I really like your work. And Minas gets confetti also. Very good. All right, where's the needle? Where's Oh, look, price jumped to 30. Two. Oh wow.
Ow. Nearly at 2.5.
We are at halfway there. Nice. So let's make that our goal, yeah? Let's try and get to at least halfway point, and uh, and then we can get, hopefully by then the rest of the communities uh, stateside is awake, and we can get all of Europe and all of US going and get to the second part of the goal. So it's not very
Photographs.
late for you right now, right? What, it's afternoon?
Yeah, it's just gone 1 o'clock in
Okay,
the
yeah. So we
afternoon.
got plenty of time uh in the day. Oh wait, but the deadline is today, isn't it? Oh wait, we passed that deadline. We met that deadline. What am I thinking? We don't have a deadline anymore. We are just trying to get to our goal now, secondary goal. So we're good. Um, I gotta. Tina is a great supporter. I love her work. So definitely gotta um, look at one of these here. Higher frequencies. I wish I could find work that is a combination of art. Like, I wish I could find so many types of art. And I go looking for it, but I come up blank. I would like to see art with math in it, and I don't mean the usual, golden ratio and all that, but a clever use of math concepts in artwork. I would be all over that. I would buy the whole collection. Um, there are certain things that like I love. For example, Back to the Future, and the musical is just here in San Francisco now. I'm going to go see it, but I'd love for someone to do a series on Back to the Future, because the movie has so much rich subject matter, that could be good topic for artwork. I love pop culture. I anytime I see pop culture artwork, I just grab it. I wish I could see more like that. Um, I want to see more thematic artworks, things like that, that explore a certain uh, dimension of culture, of politics, of society, etc. But I find that most of the artworks are very much sort of I don't want to say homogenous, but I want to say, that's how it is. I go through pages and pages of these, and I'm like, I'm hungering for themes and things I can connect with. There are so many um, political, social events, uh, cultural events going on. The world is shifting around us, and it's always been the job of artists to speak truth to power. And there are so many wrongs in the world, and I don't see artists pushing the envelope there. I don't see artists being bold and speaking to the current times. You're If you look at artwork through times, you see it speaking about what happened during that time, etc. And if you look at Web3 art, the artists that are there, they are expressing more sort of abstract concepts, that don't relate to the real world so much. I'm not saying everybody does that, but a vast majority does, and I crave deeper artwork with connections to those things, societal connections, political connections, cultural connections, and I would pay handsomely for those kind of artworks.
I think that's why I like Tina's work so much.
Yeah,
I mean, especially that one that she did featuring the California fires. You know, she poured her heart and her soul into that one,
yeah,
and you could see it reflect in the piece of art.
yeah. And Tina, you're absolutely right. Your work is very much like that, and I read the descriptions and I see that, and I encourage like everyone's got their lane that they want to be in, that they've carved out the niche, etc. But get yourself out of your comfort zone occasionally. Be bold, and make dramatic statements about the world we live in. Because if it's not you, who's going to do it? Artists are it, right? You're the frontier. And here we go. This is interesting from Jen here. Talks. I think this is clearly a statement about uh, mobile usage and youth, if I'm not mistaken. And here's a nice BTS also. So let's go check it out. All right. I like that there's a BTS, but my feedback would be to actually make the BTS. It's right in the title, right behind the scenes, right? So don't just show the artwork. Show how you created it, or how yeah. And in your descriptions, don't just state what it is, because the viewer can see that. Talk about the depth of your art. Where is it coming from? What's it about? What does it make you think? What did it make you think? I know I can interpret it however I want, which is the whole point of art. um, yeah, so I was correct about the interpretation of the artwork. uh, it's about a statement about it. And so, like, I like this. I like it's a statement about our times. So that's good. I like that.
Well, Gus says good morning from Florida.
All right. Yeah, it's 8 a.m. in Florida. Good morning. Lady Shad says, show your tools and materials. Yeah, it's a good point. All right. So that's that. Now let's go and look at some other techniques and things like that. Maybe medium. Uh, what do you think? What do you think? Oh, category. Category would be good, I think. Illustration. I like
Yeah,
illustration.
illustrations.
Okay. Moonsey. I haven't seen Moonsey. Or did I? Yeah, I did. I bought that one yesterday. Okay.
I'd like to see more done in oils. Um, I know they're pretty hard to work with, but once you get the knack of it, it's
Yeah,
really
I should look
worthwhile.
at that. Oils, you said, right? Maybe that can be the next choice we make here. I have not seen this artist. Xyz 31. So these are not illustrations. So once again, um, you know, something might be nice or whatever, but I don't like it when artists use wrong metadata and take me down a path that I don't want to go on at that point in time. And so that's a little bit of a turnoff. So, ooh, we saw this one earlier also. This is illustration. Hmm. Self-love is the foundation of all other forms of love. When we respect and accept ourselves with all our flaws and strengths, we can genuinely love others. I hope it's fun for artists that we are doing, that I'm doing this kind of live, etc. It is a bit risky for me because I'm always mindful that I'll say something that'll just annoy and aggravate a bunch of artists. So uh, I'm
But
I don't want to.
that's why it's so good, because I mean, art is subjective.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, by some of my comments. But look, I'm trying to make a platform where you can have income, a lot of income. And so sometimes I have to be brutally honest because I see some obvious things that artists do that are counterproductive to that goal of it's actually hurting them, and so I just want to be direct about it. And in the process, I probably do annoy a few people. So uh, take it with a grain of salt. Uh, where did that expression come from? Grain of salt. I don't even know what it means. A grain. This is a vibrant illustration. And right now, I think I was mentioning the other day also, it is citrus season, and I eat 2 oranges per day. So this is very orange, and it's got fall colors, but I like it. Is this an illustration or what? What is this? What do you think? Ada? Oh, yeah, this is about autumn, but we got winter right now, but that's okay. So this is an illustration. Okay, all in all. Now it is a bit high priced, but I don't. The fingers, etc., tell me. Oh, I think it's deliberate because it's reaching out from the ground and as a tree. What do you think?
I think I love the colors. I love the autumnal colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fingers are reaching out like as part of the tree trunk.
Hmm. Um, it says no AI, but do you think uh, does this seem like
I would
AI?
think there would be a possibility of some AI involvement.
Hmm. I'm looking for pure illustrations here. So I'm going to put this on the maybe here. Ada, if you ping me on Twitter and can tell me that this is a pure illustration, because it's high price, I'm kind of thinking about it twice. I really it, want an illustration, and I do not want an AI artwork at this point for this one. So if it is truly an illustration, I'm going to grab it. But if it's an AI work, then for right now, I'll pass on it. And again, I don't want all the AI artists to be upset with me. Like I said, my threshold for AI is higher. That's it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just I expect more because you have a very powerful tool, and I expect that it's not going to be just a simple prompt artwork that you're going to show me. Oh, I love Dark Side of the Moon. So this is something I need to look at. Now, this is also not an illustration. It looks, is it? Ah, it is. Is it? Yeah, I guess let's look at the medium. Yeah, see, I don't understand that. It's under illustration, but these are all AI artworks that keep showing up here. So it's important, guys, to be accurate in your metadata. Don't know how many times I've said that today. All right, what was the one you wanted me to look at?
Oils.
Oil. Why don't we have oil here? Oh, that would be in material, in in material, right? Okay, this is category in medium. Oil. There we go. Oil.
Okay, so this is asking, are we still able to purchase with VUSD? I tried to make a purchase, but license tab lights up and grays out, so not able to make the buy.
Yeah, it might be because of the constraint that every vault has. Every artist vault has a fixed number of VUSD purchases that can be made against it, and so they might already have had too many purchases, and so you can't do it with granted VUSD, but you can do it with purchased VUSD. So VUSD that was paid for, you can do it for that. But the granted VUSD is limited on the number of purchases per vault. I see some exquisite works here. So that this one's great. I see. I really like the one with flowers here. Very interesting. Oil. Is this in fact oil? Print and paper. Yeah, so it's not oil. It's Photoshop. So it's nice, but we are looking for oil, actual oils, right? So where are we gonna find? This doesn't look like oils to me. You see one? Please stop me, okay? Simran. I love her work. Simran's
Simran
an
is a
amazing
fantastic
artist.
artist.
Yeah, I love her work. Okay, there we go. Now we got real oils. Gotta find a good one. Um, which one? Which one?
The abstract postcard 2, the one with the eye. Yeah, that one.
11. All right. Really nice. And what is the material Simran uses? Acrylic, oil. It's a combination of things, yeah. So this showed up on the oil because she's got oil as the medium, but this particular artwork is acrylic. But it's nice. I'm gonna grab it since we discovered it. Oh, the rain is so loud. Mm-hmm. So this is AI generated using oil as a type, as a style. That would be my guess. Look at this. Digital painting with Photoshop. Interesting. I see a lot of AI artworks, but I don't see too many that rise to the level that I'm looking for. Oh, Seendorf is a good artist. There we go. This is a true oil. Interesting. What's it called? Beautiful Little Things, 3 Blue.
Yeah, it is used the impasto technique.
Mm. All right, folks, let's check on our numbers here. We're getting close. I need my egg sandwich so I can get some energy. 247. All right. What is that? 3,000? Well, even less than 3,000. 2,400 to go. Okay, can do that. All right. I think I've run out of oils here.
We've been asked to do acrylics and animation.
Okay, let's do acrylic. Okay, that should get us a good field of work. While I'm scanning this, I'm also looking for artists that I have not encountered before. So, all right, so this artist has some high price works. Let's figure out what justifies it. It's entirely possible that they are Web 2 kind of artists coming into the field here. Yeah, looks like it. They're a teacher, they've had group exhibitions. Yeah, and wow, they've got guys, don't do this. Do not put a link in there that has a wall, please. All right. So I can definitely see the talent here. Now, one thing I would suggest is if you have a physical artwork and you're putting it up as a digital collectible, then if it doesn't require it, don't include the frame and things like that, because it really makes it hard to use that artwork in as a digital work. Like I can't effectively use this artwork anywhere for display or anything like that because of the frame that's there. So my suggestion is you properly crop your artwork. If it's a physical artwork that you're marketing as a digital collectible, I would have clicked buy on this one, but it gives me pause because I can't use this. When I say use, I mean I can't display or enjoy this as a digital artwork unless I go and crop it myself, which I don't want to do because that's not what the artist that would be not what the artist intended. I get that. So do justice. Make sure you provide the artwork in a format that is for the medium you're marketing it on. Blue Moon. Let's see what this is about. So this is a painting. In some of my works, when I start, I don't think about what will happen. I just have a mindset of a subject. I go along with what happens and let it be created. The result of my going along with the painting was this beautiful one that shows me nature, a nature that there's everything in it. Interesting. This is an acrylic. Let's see the texture on this. Oh, wow. Sweet. So good. I like the little details of the perforation. Very nice. All right, this one, let's grab it. All right. I'd love to get into the mind of what some of the artists are thinking based on, some of the decisions I'm making, etc. They agree, they disagree, they think I'm full of it. I don't know, you know. Uh, I'm just having fun. So, um,
JBR says, how long have you all been here, in here?
3.5 hours now, or four?
Yeah, just over three.
3.5, yeah. I'm discovering some new artists along the way, so that's good. I love this artwork. It's so. Ooh, I just noticed the silhouette there in the background. I didn't even see that initially. I was so focused on the woman in front. Oh, wow. All right, let's check out this artist. I have been painting for 15 years, and I had solo exhibition or group and more. All right. Artist from Iran, Laya. And this is acrylic mixed media. I love it, and I'm gonna buy it. I could do this every day, except I think every day I would probably aggravate a few artists. So, uh, hey, look, boom, mission
Wow.
accomplished.
Yeah, that's great.
This is good. So, and also let's not forget that we moved the needle on vibe. Also, I did not look at the beginning, but I'm sure we increased that number. You know, but this is really cool. We are we are more than halfway there on our second goal of 500,000, and I bet we'll get there today. Okay, I think I want to wrap things up here. Buy a couple more, and then wrap things up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do dealer's choice. That's what we say in poker when the dealer gets to decide what the game's going to be. So let's do dealer's choice here. And yeah, I think I'm going to do two things here. We're going to get some animations. We're going to get some nudes, and that will be it. So let's look at some animations here. Dum, 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 dum. What's going on? Don't tell me there are not enough animations. Here we go. Oh, this is cute. Hater's work is always great. I haven't picked up any of his work today. So, Batgirl. Chibi Batgirl. All right. I'm down for that. How much we got going anyway here? Ah, we're down to the last 10K on today's budget here. So I'll continue after I've managed to find myself an egg sandwich, because I get a very breakfast is my most important meal. I cannot miss breakfast, and I've been at it for 3.5 hours without breakfast. I'm kind of feeling it. Um, this is interesting. I don't know what's going on here. I like it, but I'd have to think about it a little bit. I do want to go back through the artworks that I had pinned here earlier. I want to maybe let's see if it works again. I really want this one. Still not working. Okay.
Yeah, I really like that one too, Nick.
Have you jinxed it so I can't get it? Just kidding. Hey, this is cool. Nice animation. Oh, it's got music. Space birds. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Just remember that if I go for a long time without food, I get slap happy and then I get hangry. Do you get hangry?
No, not really.
I get very hangry. Oh, here's another Alice died with amazing, and Jonah Waldy also. I'm not a fun person when I'm hungry. I like the colorful one the most. Hmm. All right, that's good. Animations. And let's go. We'll kill that. Let's go look at some nudes here. Let's say nudity, yes. And what? There aren't any. That's interesting. Why are there not any? Oh, I know why. This is the bug I was telling the team about, that it locks in on a creator and then doesn't show all the artworks. So let's do this. What we got? We got anything exciting? Anything I haven't already? I've scanned through these already. Love Igor's work. We'll go back to it. This is interesting. I haven't seen. Um, Dana64 Crypto. I encountered this work. Interesting. Red is a color that inspires, excites, and empowers. Ladies in Red collection is a celebration of these strengths. This was a digital drawing with AI and Photoshop enhancements. All right. Folks, remember that as we enable print, we're going to be more stringent about that license. So the proportions matter. Our standard size for print is portrait is 8,000 pixels by 12,000 pixels, and landscape is 12,000 by 8,000. So it's a 3:2 aspect ratio. So while we allow the original in anything, we have fixed sizes, obviously for exhibition and display, that we need you to crop. But the print becomes a little more complicated because the resolution matter. We want 300 dpi in there, and so your pixel size is going to be important. So if you're starting off a new artwork and you're thinking about consigning on Vitruveo, I would highly recommend that you do it at 8,000 by 12,000 pixels if you can, because then it's available for a variety of scenarios, and you don't have to do any cropping and things like that. Uh, Lover's Tomb, Wings of Imagination. Now, Pradeep is an artist who I have a personal connection with. At the exhibition in Dubai one evening, he came there with his wife and his son, and he gave me a gift. And that gift was a beautiful, beautiful watercolor of my mom. I had posted a picture of my late mom. I posted a picture in Twitter, and he had done his own interpretation of it. And it was so mind blowing. It brought it, I started crying, right there. And it now hangs in my home. It was a wonderful and really thoughtful gift, and it was so well done, so well executed. Um, much respect for him as an artist. Amazing. Uh, are you still here, Mystique?
Yes, I like that one that you had up. That was really nice.
Yeah. Okay, we'll pick up. I love Igor's work. Mhm, 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 mhm.
I like that one of Anna, the first one.
This one?
Yeah.
Mm. BTS image. Interesting. All right, we'll grab it. All right, and uh, actually, let's check one last thing, and then we I can go get my egg sandwich. Starbucks opens at 6 a.m. So I've been mindful of the time here. It's 5:38 a.m. right now. Why is my thing not
Well,
working?
Gus says, don't get hangry.
Yeah. So my mornings are very full and they're very structured. I have I have standing meetings pretty much all morning. So my mornings are so structured. They're by the minute. I pretty much drop off my daughter at school, come back. Uh, I have a mini breakfast when I wake up, usually at 4:30 or 4, and that's just a little bit to keep me going. And then I have my real breakfast after I come back home, and then immediately we have a stand-up call with the Brazilian team every single day at 9 a.m. Pacific. So that goes on for an hour or so, and then depending on the day of the week, we have a mod meeting. But then Mike and I have a meeting after that, and so usually. It becomes noon when so I have already put in from 4 a.m. to noon uh, before I get a break, uh, you know, uh, and then my afternoons are more flexible in that I have ad hoc meetings and things like that. So what I wanted to do was select photography here. Da, 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 and see if there's anything that's compelling that comes up that catches my eye. Come see. Picked up their work day before it, I think. All right, you know what? We'll have my dear friend Kafil have the last word for the day. His work is always exquisite. I love it. Um, I do like his black and whites, but right away here, I'm drawn to
I
this
was
one.
just going to say that one.
Yeah. So, Kafil, you have the last word for the day. Boom, confirm, done. And where are we? We moved the needle to 260. We made got a good haul here today.
It's
Yeah,
been an incredible 3.5 hours.
yeah. Um, I rambled on a little bit. Sorry, it's middle of the night, kind of. Uh, but I had a lot of fun, and I hope you had too. If you like it, I'm happy to do this more often. I love.
Yeah,
I'm,
sure,
I'm
definitely up
collecting
for
art
it.
anyway. So my goal for 2025 is $1 million. So that's the minimum. That's the floor. Probably go higher than that, but I want to do at least $1 million of artwork collected this year. So
Well, I
um,
know a lot of the creators that were in tonight or this morning all appreciated all the information that you were giving, and that they seem to have learned a lot. So yeah, all good positive comments.
yeah, one of the things that I've been thinking a lot on, it's not a technical problem, it's a business problem. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go to foundation, and um, let's see here. I need to find my wallet that I want to connect with. It's not that one. 1 second. It's that one. Okay. So what I demonstrated at one point is the product we are also going to create called Transporter. So I've been thinking hard on how to make it work, because what we have here is like, so on Foundation I have like, let's see, 1252. I have like 5 or 6 accounts and a whole bunch of artworks. So I've been trying to think of what would be the most seamless, permission oriented way to be able to bring these artworks over, and have a lot of different ideas. And I think I'm getting to the point where I have a pretty good idea of how to do it, and I want to present it to the artist community and see what you think. I want it to be very sort of permission oriented. So what I mean by that is I want that the artist is already on Vitruveo, and then it's a matter of them giving permission to bridge their artworks over in a very seamless way. So once an artist is on Vitruveo, I was thinking in their profile, they could simply say allow bridging or something like that. And then the technology becomes simple because, well, it's not simple. It's a little complicated, but what we have to do is we have this concept of a vault, right? On Vitruvio, there is no mint that actually occurs until someone buys. But here we are talking about things that people have already people have already minted and purchased, right? So what we would do is have an alternate workflow where the artwork comes, is bridged over to Vitruvio, hits your vault. So we want you to be the owner, the provenance of the artwork. So we do that. But then we've got this problem that on Vitruvio, we've got these standard sizes for exhibitions, for print, etc. But that's not the case with anything that we are bridging in. So I was thinking of sort of a parallel universe where when you select a creator and look at their artworks, you see the artworks on Vitruvio, but you also see the artworks that they've created on other chains. And what we make, what we do is, if you do actually go to the contract um, on that chain, if at all possible, I want to make it where there's a QR code there that points them to the new location, etc. So there's a lot to think about there, but it's not an easy decision. I think whenever I talk to people about this, they go like, "Oh, it's so just bridge over," but there are at least, I don't know, 1,000 decisions have to be made. No, I'm exaggerating there, but there's lots and lots of decisions that have to be made, and it's definitely non-trivial. But and again, I wanted to be permission based, so opt in versus just people randomly bridging your artwork over. I would not want that. I would get pissed off about that. So wow, I haven't looked at my foundation in so long here. uh, I like this World of Women one. Yeah. So and then we'll start with that, but then you go to like something like Tezos. I don't have the temple wallet here, so I can't show you that. But there, like, I got thousands and thousands of artworks. I don't even know. I think that might be like 3 times here or something like that. And I need to think about how I can automate that process. Um, so I was telling you about Pradeep's artwork that um, hangs in my home. The only other artwork I have here, which is in my office on the wall, is a beautiful print of this artwork from Kelly. Kelly is an amazing photographer, and she took this photograph in Hawaii, and it's hanging here in my office. So I prefer digital. So I want to have our product when we have a streaming product all over my home, because I don't have too many physical artworks. It's just those two actually. That's it. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little BTS on that. So, but it's great, guys. It looks like we are closing in on our goal of 500,000 here. We did almost 3 hours here of work. We made good progress. What was it when we started, Mystique? When we started, it was 2:30 or something.
Can't remember. I know it was nowhere near the 2.5 mark. Is it possibly
Yeah,
like 2.4?
yeah, maybe. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we made a dent. We made a dent. So, all right. Well, thanks. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate our community so much. Love you all. And I'm gonna go get my egg sandwich now. It's 5:48. It's Starbucks is exactly 5 minutes away. So I'll clean up, go grab my sandwich, and uh, I'll uh, I'll have a good morning. So this has already been a great morning, but I'm definitely getting hungry. So see you all. Have a good day, and thank you, Mystique. I appreciate your support so much, and you're a champion in our community. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.